Yo, good morning. What's going on? Welcome everybody to the haunted, the haunted House of Nerd Show, episode 77, baby. 77. Spooky season is in full effect here in the haunted House of Nerd. Yeah, I hope you guys they had to do something a little fun, cook up a new intro for the Halloween season, man. We're all in on during the month of October, man. Horror is it's the best month of the year, man. Forget Christmas, forget all that. It's the spooky season, baby. How you doing now? What's going on?
I'm well, and you?
I'm great. I'm great.
It's
I
great.
got I got a decent night of sleep. I'm hyped. We're gonna discuss the Autumnal in just a little later. Ms. Cookie Monster will be joining us for this one. So we're hyped, man. The Autumnal from Vault Comics, critically acclaimed classic, man. We got a regular weekend review. Copper drop this week is the Briar #1 from Boom Studios. So it's Halloween, baby. It's Halloween. It's that time of the year. I'm hype. I'm excited. Uh, we got some people in the chats. Good morning, Fresh Princess. Happy spooky season, indeed. Thank you, ma'am. How we celebrating? Oh, I like Juan's. Good morning, El Spookies. Okay. All right, all right. I saw some other people in here. Cookie Monster, of course, gonna be joining us just a little later. As we said, we're talking the Autumnal, and hey, uh, thank you, man. I'm glad you liked it, man. I had to cook it up last night. I said we gotta have a little fun with it, man. We gotta go all in, man. It's only October once, baby. Well, once a year. You know what I'm saying? Uh, what did you think? What did you think, Al? Fitting?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch it after the show.
You didn't watch it?
Sure did it.
It's-
I was reading something. I was on another browser.
oh, okay. Hey, shout out, Steve. Good morning. Shout out to everybody over at the Team Nerd Herd podcast. Go check out their channel, man. Pumping, pumping out dope content, man. Thanks for coming through, big homie. Yeah. That's an every week thing. That's an every week thing. The audience, Al, come on now, come on. You gotta pick it up, baby. You gotta pick it up, man. It's Sunday morning, man. This is what we do here. This is what we do. So, yeah, Copper Drop. Copper Drop. Are we opening up with Copper Drop? We are.
We are.
We are. Uh, yeah. So the Copper Drop this week, folks. Briar #1. From Boom Studios. So nothing else to it. Let's get to it. Here we go, baby. Copper Drop time. Mm. Copper Drop. Briar #1, written by Christopher Cantwell, art by German Garcia, colors Matthew Lopez, lettered by And World Design. Actually, it's just speaking of And World, I don't want to digress too much, but so they're a collection. They're a collection of letters, eh? Which I had suspected, but I wasn't sure. But then I saw a post on their socials recently, and they were plugging all their different letters and all that good stuff. So check it out, man. Animal Design. They got a whole, like, I didn't realize all these dope letters that are part of their team. So
Hmm.
it's weird because then you're wondering, I wonder why they do it like that. Like which particular letter
Well, there's a few of those that are like groups of people.
is there?
Hmm.
I haven't. This is the first time I've heard of anything like this. Like who?
Yeah. Google will tell you. So, Briar, synopsis, please, Sir
Okay.
Gito,
Synopsis.
off the top of the head.
Off the top of the head, you got like a
Mm-hmm.
Sleeping Beauty. This is a first of all, this is like a fantasy book, folks. Heavy fantasy, no doubt about it. It's a story, an alternative story. It's a twist on the classic Sleeping Beauty. You guys know the tale. I don't know how she falls asleep, but she falls asleep and the
Okay,
prince
okay,
the
let's.
prince is supposed to
Okay,
come.
it's
No,
okay.
no, 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 no. I'm still going. The prince is supposed to come and kiss her on the lips, and happily ever after, all that good stuff. But here's a little different. The princess, she falls asleep. The prince decides, nah, I'm not gonna wake you up. I'm gonna take the kingdom for myself. The kingdom falls apart like 100 years later or something. Everybody's forgotten about the princess. So that's the twist. And then away we go. Away we go. So an alternative take, uh, fantasy stuff. What did you think about this book? What are your thoughts?
Well, Sleeping Beauty falls asleep because she's cursed,
Oh, okay.
and she pricks her finger on her 16th birthday, and it was destined to happen. Originally, she was supposed to die, but one of the fairies saved her last wish in order to make it an eternal slumber. And so there's like the twist you said is the twist. I didn't know if people wanted to know that or not. But the twist, the kingdom falls apart. She's basically a mummy at this point.
Hmm.
Um the whoever kisses her, which I've seen a lot of like rumors, and I've read a lot of like takes on it, and I'm on the fence about it. But it was cool. It went on a lot longer than I thought it would for a first issue. I thought it would kind of wrap up around her entering the town, but it
Hmm.
felt like it just kept going, which is
Yeah.
fine. And she's basically just feral. Um, and she meets up with a humanoid of some kind, because we're at this point like 1,000 years after the kingdom has fallen, but it's still kind of medieval, but it's also like futuristic kind of in certain ways. Um so it was interesting. It's more high fantasy than I thought it was going to be,
Hmm.
but I would read a second one. I don't know if I would read a whole series,
Hmm.
but I would be curious like to read a first arc.
Yeah, yeah. Like you were saying, it went on for a bit. This was a thick first issue. I think it was like 37 pages of like story of just so yeah, you're getting good bang for your buck with this one, folks.
The art is sick.
The
Her
artist.
character design is dope. For that alone, I would, pick it up. A lot of cover buys I see in the future.
There were a lot of, I think I might have grabbed a couple here. I got my pile is like, guys, like, it's stupid. That's 1 week. That's 1 week. uh I don't where's it at? I got a couple there, but yeah, there were a lot of dope covers. I feel like this one's hot. I feel people are talking about it. I'm not particularly well, no, I'm not a fantasy guy at all, especially when it comes to the comics medium. I for whatever reason, I just find it a little harder to digest. But this was cool. This was cool. I'll say if you guys are into fantasy and you guys want a different twist on the usual fantasy fare, check it out. I think you guys will dig it. And then Christopher Cantwell, he's just he's a brilliant writer, man. So I would say this one is a cop. This one is a cop for me. Pretty pretty straightforward. But like much like you all, I don't fa- fantasy's just it's harder for me to get into. So whether I would keep picking it up beyond maybe the first arc or something, I'm not sure. But
I don't know. For me, with like fairy tale retellings,
mhm.
especially even with the twist, like if I feel like there's obviously there's a lot of room to go any direction, but this just felt
Mhm.
like it was trying to pack too much into the first issue, and it made me kind of lose interest because I'm like, oh, this is a lot to keep up with for a number one.
Actually, you know what? That is a very good point because I find with the fantasy genre, right? Like whether it's film or comics or books, I think maybe that's probably one of the there's so much going on in these worlds, right? That are
Mhm.
creative, you know? It's a lot to take in and you can almost be overwhelmed, right?
Because
Is it not like
the
go ahead?
cast of Briar already, I mean, Sleeping Beauty already has a big cast. You have like
Mhm,
6 or 7 fairy godmothers, and then you have the parents, the king, and then her, and then the townspeople, and then the spinstress. So it's already a tale that already has a large cast.
mhm.
And then even with killing them all, you still spent that time introducing them all. So you're essentially, and then there's the town, the when she gets into the town, and then when she's, taken into the desert. So it's just like a lot
Yeah,
for one.
it is. You're right. It is a lot. Yeah, that I didn't think about it like that, but yeah, like fantasy books, man, fantasy content. There seems to always be a lot going on. Here, I found it. I found it. Actually, you recognize this joint? How dope is that? Oh my
I believe that
gosh.
is mine.
How dope is this cover though? This
Yeah,
is
the Hans.
sick, yo. This is the FOC, I believe it's the FOC reveal,
Mhm.
which Boom does a lot often on
Don't
their
touch
book.
it too much. Be careful.
Get out of here. This is my book. I
No,
seen this.
that's mine.
I
No,
said,
I said Sergio, grab the Hans or I'll kill
yeah,
you.
and then there was only the one, and I said,
No,
oh, this is for me.
no, I
Yo,
refuse.
this is so sick. Real talk though.
I
Guys,
know I
man,
have
yeah.
taste. It's okay. You can say it.
100%. This is just like a cover by yo,
Out
like
of all of the
dope.
covers, this one is my favorite, and then
Yeah.
the exclusive, the Zoe Lachey Locky, whatever that one.
Is that the one that you okay, man? Is that the one that you bought you bought an exclusive set or something, no?
Yeah, I think it's from Rabbit
Go
or Bird
screen share
City.
that bad boy. I'll fill the time. I got you. I
Okay.
got you. Let's take a look at that one. I'm curious to see what you're grabbing. But yeah, while you're doing that, everybody in the live chats, good morning, baby. Good morning, Inja. It's good to see you. Thank you for joining us here at the Haunted House of Nerd Show. I think I saw my homie Hermanito. What's going on? Raging Cajun Comets. If you're going live today, man, we're gonna tune in. We're gonna tune in, buddy.
Let's
Everybody go check out Raging's channel. Dope stuff. Sub up, man. Show some love to the big homie. He's always pumping out that good content. Yeah. Yeah.
What is it so small? Hold on, I accidentally opened it like super
Yeah.
tiny.
Ian, what's going on? Just popping in to say, hey, have a great show. Loving the spooky vibes and my setup. Late for me, but I'll catch the rest of the show tomorrow. Hey, thank you very much, Ian. I appreciate that real talk, man. Looking forward to that. But you know what's going on. We got a little collab with the Nerd Room boys coming down the pipeline soon. Thanks for tuning in, man. Yeah. Spooky season here in the House of Nerd, man. You know how it goes. We have to do it up. Oh, you got it? No, what did I do?
Mhm.
There you go. That's the
Yeah.
Zoe. How you
Yeah, it's a
pronounce
set. I don't know.
it?
Lachey?
Lachey. Let's go with Lachey. Let's go with Lachey. That's pretty cool though. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Who's this from?
I think I don't know, cause now I guess, if they don't sell all of their covers and they give, like, the other I can't remember if I ordered it from 616
Hmm.
or Rabbit
Hmm.
or Bird City. I don't know, it was one of them.
Oh, it's
It
like
was
one of those collabs
well, it
between
was
vendors.
I think Unknown Comics was selling it too, but I'm just trying to think of what stores I regularly shop from.
Hmm.
And if I'm not in for store exclusives, I usually get them from Rabbit, Bird City, or 616. So I'm not sure which one. I can't
Okay.
remember.
So this is a set here, eh?
Well, you could buy them individually or you can get
Oh.
it as a set. But
Mm-hmm.
I loved them both, and I saw them in hand. Somebody had like a physical, and
Mm-hmm.
it's sick.
Oh, really?
I just like the color difference, but I like both of them and the art style. But Zoe, her covers are usually pretty good. So
Usually, usually, but this one's cool. This one's cool. I did that for sure. Okay, they're both virgins, eh? No trade.
oh yeah, for the price you're paying, no trade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, how much you cop them?
Oh, I don't even think they were that much. I just said that. I think
Oh,
they were like
you just oh yeah. Let me flex. Let me flex. I dropped a stack.
like 35 for the set.
That's not bad.
No.
That's not
And
bad.
I think it was 616
Yeah.
that I ordered from.
Okay. Still though, yo,
Or
cover
was it
price, baby.
Rabbit?
Look at this one. You can't beat this one.
I think it was Rabbit
Yeah.
Comics that I yeah.
This the one. This is the one. The Briar joint.
Can you stop touching it?
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yeah.
Oh, and you know what? Take $3 off of it.
Yeah, discount. Hey, only because Raging told me. He's like, lick it, lick it one time, yo.
No.
Hey. Shout out Amanda, fellow Canuck, in the live chats. Good to see
So
you. Good
yeah,
to see you.
it's a cop asterisk.
Cop asterisk. Yeah.
On for covers though, it's a
Mm-hmm.
hard cop.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Just on the covers. What's chill going on about here?
What is he saying?
Left just slightly.
Oh,
Oh,
he means to lick the cover more to the left.
oh. Oh.
Just kidding. I don't know. I don't know what it was
Oh,
about.
hey, we're not saying you're gonna get this, but only here on the House of Nerd, baby.
Greg.
Hey, shout out to Default 167 regular. What's going on, my man? Good to see you, homie. Another fellow
And
Canuck.
not to put you guys on blast, but congrats to you and Princess.
Oh
I
yeah,
saw her
for
post on
sure.
Twitter. Very exciting.
Oh,
Oh, Steve needs you to lick it one more time.
one more time. One
Yeah.
more time, because only because the people are demanding it. You
It's
know what I'm saying? No, but that's
gonna
how
come in the
cool is
mail. Go ahead and throw a COVID test in there with this.
that? On the house.
Yeah.
On the house. Oh, Chill wants to see my yeah, he wants to see this. That's dope.
No,
Who
I
got
think
me
he
that?
was talking about the Zoe covers. It was one with red on it and one without red.
Oh, do you have it?
No, I already exited out.
Womp womp. Look at what always kills me, bro. Just talking about the first ever virtual wedding sponsored by the
Not sponsored.
Hey, Frank's Princess Greg, hit us up, man.
Uh-huh.
You guys want to do a virtual stream? Well, yo, for the community, man, we got
Oh, you know what? I just realized because we do stream live.
Mm-hmm.
I get it now. Because I thought he meant like you're gonna go there and everything's gonna have like the House of Nerd logo on it.
Oh, can you imagine?
A little nerdies guy on the ring.
Yeah. So yeah, I think we said it's a cop, yeah? Brian? Pretty straightforward. No?
Oh, Wong. Hello.
You good? Shout out something Wong. What's going on, my man? It's good to see you. 100%. So yeah, cop.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cop it. Check it out, folks. I think you guys are gonna dig this one, especially if you are into fantasy, man. Second half of Copper Drop, you guys know, we pitch to you an upcoming new release. You guys get to vote on what we're reading for the upcoming week and discussing on next week's episode. Who's going first this time?
I can go first.
Yeah. All right. Let's do it. What are you pitching?
So my pitch is Earth Divers,
Mm-hmm.
#1 by Stephen Graham Jones. David, you know how to say that? Joanna LaFuente.
Mm-hmm.
So Earth divers, unites 4 indigenous survivors in an apocalyptic near future as they embark on a bloody one-way mission to save the world by traveling back in time to kill Christopher Columbus and prevent the creation of America. And I honestly can't think of anything more pleasing than that description. um it looks cool. Stephen Graham Jones, I don't know if you guys, he's a novelist. He wrote The Only Good Indians, which is one of my all-time favorite books. My
Mm-hmm.
Heart is a Chainsaw. He
Okay.
is Blackfoot native, so it's not like some Caucasian writing about the native experience. It is native created.
What was that? Oh, I didn't catch that.
Huh?
Was that last part?
It's he's native, he's Blackfoot, so it is like being written by the perspective of somebody who is native versus, somebody writing through that perspective, through
I
that
got you.
lens.
Okay.
Um,
Fair enough.
but he
Like
has
that.
Mongrels, Night of the Mannequins. Like his books are so good. Like mostly horror thrillers. So I'm very excited for this, and just the concept alone, like go back in time to kill Christopher Columbus. Okay, fine, I'm in.
That sounds pretty cool. I gotta say that this art is doing it for me though. I like that.
Yeah. David Gian Felici. I don't know how to
You can
say it.
say it, David Gianfelice. Come
He
on,
did.
bring it in,
He's
bring it
done
in.
some Wolverine. It looks like Greek Street, Northland, Daredevil Reborn.
Okay,
He's worked.
all right. All right. So
So yeah, that's
that's your
my
pick.
pick. That's
That's your
my
pick.
pick. Hmm.
Something wrong. It is the haunted house, baby. Not just this morning. All month long is spooky season, live and full effect. And finally, the notorious film noir 565. What's going on? I said, wow, it's not a Sunday morning without Tara in the live chat. But glad to see
Yeah.
you here. Hope
And in the
everything is good.
middle, there's
You
a
okay?
Ward cover, and on the right, I was surprised, even though I could tell, but I wasn't sure. But that is a Maria Wolf cover, and I think we're so used to seeing her do like abstract that it like threw me off a little bit. I said, "Now that kind of looks like Maria's art style, but it is a Wolf cover."
You're talking about the one on the right,
Yeah,
the far right. Yeah, yeah,
the
you could
middle
see
is
it.
Christian Ward, and then the
Christian
original
Ward in
art
the
team
middle.
on the
Yeah.
left. Yeah.
But I do like seeing Maria Wolf kind of switching it up a bit, right? But
Hmm.
clearly you can see it's still within her style. No, that's dope. I dig that. Okay, okay, all right. Shout out, Mel in the chats. Where did that go? Where did that go? Hey, Horror Geek Mel is joining us next week, folks. We're talking witches, but this week is Autumnal. Okay, so that's your pitch. That's okay. It sounds all right. I'm gonna go with Night of the Ghoul #1. So this is from the heavy hitters, the big team of Scott Snyder and Francesco Francavilla,
Can
who's
we put
wrote
a
a
little
lot
asterisk? Because I'm pretty sure we had a loophole rule before where this
of.
has been in your week in review before, and now you're
Disregard it.
pitching it as a
You mad because I brought the heat this week,
no, I am
man.
confident that my book
Mm,
will be better, but
okay, okay.
but
Mm,
I mean
Snyder and
even if it
Francavilla.
doesn't win.
So Night of the Ghoul #1, folks. This was a Comixology original dropped earlier this year. Finally, we're getting it in physical. So very excited. This was one of my favorite digital releases from this year. So here's the premise. Let me hit you one time. Shot in 1936, Night of the Ghoul by writer-director T.F. Merritt, who's meant to sit beside
Merit.
Frankenstein and
TF
Dracula
Merit.
as
Sorry,
an
not to correct
instant
you.
classic. But the legendary film never made it to the silver screen. So just before editing was finished, a mysterious studio fire destroyed the footage and killed the cast and crew celebrating at the wrap party. Forrest Inman is a horror film obsessive who digitizes old films for the famed Aurora Movie Studio. Damn, this is a lengthy synopsis. When Forrest stumbles across a seemingly forgotten canister of footage, he just might have discovered the
You just told
remnants
us
of
the
the
whole story.
lost classic Night of the Ghoul. Yeah, so basically you got this old director. He made this, horror film that never saw the light of day. You've got like this film buff and his son. They come across this long lost, this forgotten film. So they decided they're gonna visit the director like an old man, like an old man, like an old age home. And really, there's a lot more to this
Mm. Yeah, we
film.
heard. We heard.
Okay,
Huh?
what's that?
I said we heard.
Yeah. So, yeah, man, this one like very super atmospheric. And then of course you got Francesco on interiors, man. I can't recommend this enough, man. We see all the dope covers that Francavilla pumps out, so it's always nice to get him on interiors, man. Like I said, like just a fantastic story. I'm hyped to revisit this in physical format, and I'm after that bad boy in the middle, that variant cover.
Oh, the one in 1,000?
Is that a 1 in 1,000?
That's a 1 in 1,000, and the one
Oh
on
my,
the right is the 1 in 500.
yeah,
Yeah.
for real talk.
Real talk.
Ooh, 1 in 1,000. Insert name comics prices being jacked up. I need that 1 1,000 money. Don't be surprised on that next invoice. No, 1 in 1,000. But how dope is that? Oliver from 656 Comics. Good morning, buenos dias. Thank you so much for coming through the haunted house of nerd. Yeah, Chillmonger, Real Talk, Francesco Francavilla. Man, just check out his covers, his interiors, man. This is the one, man. And if you're not familiar with his style, you guys are gonna be blown away, man. Blown away.
And it is happy birthday, Tara.
Get out of town.
Yep. Sunday,
It's Tara,
October
Tara,
2nd,
film night.
1983, she was born at actually 8:29 a.m. It's so crazy. Synchronicity. Very cool.
Hey, happiest of birthdays to House of Nerd OG regular Miss Film Noir 565. Apologies, I didn't realize it was your birthday. Hey, thank you for coming through to spending it with us this morning, man. Real talk though, happy birthday, man. Hope you have a great one. I hope your beer is cold, your coffee is hot, your cake is sweet. You deserve it. You're a gem. You're a good one. Happy birthday, Tara.
And
Yeah.
Dean on a Sunday morning?
Dean on a
JP
Sunday.
said such a rare occasion to see the Norton in here.
It is, but we're here for it.
Amanda's birthday too. Happy birthday, Amanda.
Oh my goodness, yo, it's Amanda's birthday. What's going on here? I don't understand. This is
Okay, so I
crazy.
meant to tell you a time ago, Tara
Mhm.
and Amanda are the same person, and I just didn't know how you would take it.
Oh, they
So
are.
they are. Um,
Oh,
yeah.
I
So,
knew some was up.
but address them respectfully as individuals.
Okay, fair enough. Absolutely fair. Absolutely fair. Um,
Watching at brunch. Hope to hear something filthy that makes my server uncomfortable.
ooh,
I
ooh.
mean, drop the word and we'll say it out loud, Norton. Dean, glad to.
Don't put his government out there like that. Get it? Come on now. Yo, it's Norton, baby. No, it's good to see you, my man. Speaking, I mean, if you wanna, we can get into the debauchery spooky season. What are we talking about here? Uh, you know. So let me throw the poll up real quick, Elle, if you want to just fill that time
Oh,
while I do this.
actually, I could fill the time because I included a couple more slides after this, just a shout out. Christian Dabari, we're interviewing him later this week about his new book with uh not me forgetting his name. John Zerplatin. He wrote Saint Mercy, which was an excellent series. And so this is illustrated by Christian and colored by Simon Gofflake-Hoff. And it's good. And they described it as like a Michael Mann noir, crime noir meets Hellraiser. and I got a chance to read it, and it's chef's kiss. That also drops this Wednesday, and also Dark Ride, Williamson, etc. drops, and I'm so hyped for this book. Maybe I should have pitched it, but no, I had to kill Christopher Columbus is more important and an agenda to me. So, but yeah, some very cool books dropping this week.
Okay, there you go. Dope. And the poll is up, folks. The poll is up. Again, so the options Night of the Ghoul or what was yours? Earth Divers. Earth Divers.
Earth Divers by Stephen Graham Jones,
Okay.
an indigenous native man.
Dope. So we'll announce the results of the poll at the end of the episode. Hey, but it's spooky season. What do we hear? What is our book of the week? Read of the week.
The Autumnal.
Yeah.
You even pronounced it correctly at the start of the show, which I meant to congratulate you on after the show.
Did I really? How did I pronounce
You
it?
did. The Autumnal.
I gotta go
You
back.
did.
Sirgus? Oh my god.
Circus? What was that? Circus? Circus?
It's the Autumnal. The Autumnal. I feel like we gotta do a second poll.
The Autumnal. We don't need to do a poll because the creators and everybody already even said. How many people have we had on the show where we've asked that question and everybody has said the Autumnal?
I'm going straight to Daniel Kraus, writer. I'm going straight to Chris Shehan. I'm gonna hit him up on Twitter. We gotta put this one to rest. But yeah, spooky season read of the week, folks. The Autumnal, and we're lucky to be joined by one of the horror queens, man. If you guys don't know, you gotta check her out on the socials. She's doing all kinds of cool stuff. She's like a makeup artist extraordinaire. Let's bring her on right now, Ms. Cookie Monster. What's going on? How you doing, baby?
Good morning,
Cookie. What's going on? It's Sunday, man. You're here with us.
Yeah, happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday. We're here to talk the Autumnal, yeah? Yeah, man. It's so funny. We announced that we were reading it this week, and I think I said like maybe the same day you're like you posted or something. Oh, I'm reading it too. I'm like reading it right now. So I said, oh man, beautiful timing, perfect timing. Let's get into it. Hop on the show. So thank you. Yeah, glad to have you here.
Me.
Yeah. How you been? What's going on? It's been a while.
Yeah, it has been a while. Nothing's going on.
Yeah, I think
same old.
The last time we had you on was what, for the Stranger Things, yeah?
Yeah.
Season 4?
Mm-hmm.
That's good times. Go check that out, folks. Go check that out. The Autumnal, folks, written by Daniel Kraus. On art, Chris Shehan. Colored by Jason Wordie. Letters, Jim Campbell. And of course, this is coming from Vault Comics, who I can say straight up the best publisher in the game. 100%, man. So this is from Vault's Nightfall series of horror books. And this one, critically acclaimed. So this was my actually first time reading this. I know a lot of people have checked this out when it first dropped, maybe like a year or two ago. So I'll get into my thoughts. But what did you guys think about the Autumnal? Or I guess first, let's hit the audience with a premise. I don't know, Cookie, if you want to do that, or Al.
Al, you can take it.
That's really cute of you, but it's okay. Sergio has it.
No, you got it, Al.
Sergio carries, is what I'm told. So
right, this is absolutely correct. I mean, we'll do it again. So the Autumnal, folks. We're dealing with a young mother, a single mother who is estranged like 20 plus years from her mom. Her mom passes away. She's originated from a little town called Comfort Notch, a little town, a little hole in the wall. She gets a letter. There we go. She gets a letter. She's inherited her childhood home. So she's back to Comfort Notch with her 7-year-old kid.
7?
I think she's like only like 7.
I thought she was in like the third grade.
Third grade?
Right?
Yeah, like third grade. Yeah.
So 8.
Help me out here. Does that make
Yeah.
sense? Because like JK, you're like 4 years old, right? So 5.
Wait a minute. Okay, no, she'd be 8.
Yeah.
Because, 9, 10. 10 is 5th grade.
7. Yeah. So like 7, 8. So yeah, you got a young single mother who's a bit of a free spirit. I loved it, but it came out around the same time as Family Tree, and I was way into that. I was overloaded with arborist horror. Hey, so you bring
Family
up a
Tree
good.
is more, I feel, I mean, they're both really depressing books, to be honest with you. So I totally get you on that. But I think I feel like Family Tree leaned more science hard than this was more like folk horror.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, actually, I don't know personally. I haven't read Family Tree, but this is very much an eco horror story. For me personally, it gave me like a bit of it vibes, the classic Stephen King horror, coming back to a childhood town, meets.
Really? I
Yeah,
got more like Wicker Man, like folk horror,
yeah.
like Midsommar kind of vibes than eco. I mean, I know obviously because there's trees involved, but
Mhm.
I didn't get that from.
No. So what do you think? What do you think? So I got it meets The Happening. I don't know if you're familiar with that film, the Mark
Yeah, the
Wahlberg.
house. Yeah.
Yeah. Meets Night of the Living Dead vibes.
Which would make sense because he writes Daniel writes a lot with Romero.
Oh,
Which
wait.
you corrected me on.
Really? I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
hmm
That's pretty cool. Oh shit! I'm gonna have to check out his stuff then.
He too is a novelist. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So very, yeah. I mean, this was great stuff. So basically, yeah, in this small town, something's going on with nature, with the trees, with the leaves, with the forest, man. Super scary, haunting, chilling vibes. Yeah, and that's basically how the story kicks off. Um,
Comes
what
the
were your
baby
thoughts on this one?
in.
No, I thought it was really good, and it was my first time reading it. So, like this week, and I read it digitally, which I highly recommend because when you're going panel by panel, it's terrifying. Um, but yeah, no, I really liked it, and I wasn't expecting so much of the family drama, which I really liked a lot. Um, but yeah, it was really good, honestly scary, and yeah, it's a good read, good time.
Yeah, so here's the this is the trade paperback. I think it was 8 issues, right?
Yeah, it was actually censored on Amazon because child violence. They had to petition them to get them to well, not petition, but they had to fight to get the cover back on Amazon because child violence. They were
Oh,
trying to
really?
say. hmm
I had no. Wow,
Wow.
that's crazy.
But
That's
this cover
crazy.
is sick. It's like one
I
of the
love this
dopest.
cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you guys have seen the French. I think it's the French or the Italian
Mhm.
cover. Oh, so good.
No, I haven't seen it. Do you have a slide?
Sure don't.
Oh, she's just gonna bring it up. Let's
Yeah,
show the
just a
people.
little. Maybe go Google that after the show.
Oh my
Great, I
God.
wish you could see it.
Yeah, I
And the
know.
lettering in this too, Campbell, Chef's Kiss. So this was the first book I got into after coming back to comics. No, that's a lie. This is the first book I read after getting back into comics in recent times where the lettering blew me away. And there's so many cool little lettering things that um they do on this, and this when they first see the first leaf fall and the paneling, the layout of it and stuff, it's just really good. And the sound effect lettering for there too. Do you want to say that sound? Uh-oh. Did I mute myself? Oh, I couldn't hear you. Can you say it again?
Oh, what, me?
No, Sergio, say
Oh,
something.
my mic was off.
Oh,
My
I
mic
thought I
was
was
off.
going crazy. I was like, oh my God.
I'm like, I said it like 5 times. I'm like, I mean, you, but no, Al, you bring up a good point. The lettering was actually my first. I'm gonna throw it up real quick. The
That's
first
crazy that you
panel.
say that because I have a tweet, Dean. I have a tweet where I said that. I said people might be thrown off because the covers and the interiors had different vibes, and I tweeted that out when I first started reading this, like a couple years ago. So
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
definitely
yeah.
agree with you there.
So on the same vibe there. Yeah, the interior art is super dope, man. The combination of Wordie on colors, um, and then Shehan on the pencils, man. They uh they crushed it, man. But before I get into the art proper, you're talking about
Walker
Al.
said, "I heard you. They gotta upgrade their service.
Oh, thank you, Chill. Thank
That's
you. You
because
see,
he's in your basement.
I know, I know, I know, I know. I knew that
You keeping him
shenanigans. Get out of
hostage in
here.
there, making him compliment you."
Big homie from the six, holding me down. No, but like you mentioned, L, the letters, right? So here's a great panel, right? Just
Mhm.
where Jim switches it up. You got the little daughter, Sybil. Um, she's coming in. She did like a little art project uh, at school, but I love how she refers it to. She's like my visual art project.
And she keeps
Uh,
saying it too, like, throughout, and
yeah,
I'm just like, "Chill." And you know what? As a parent too, I'd be like, "Say visual art one more goddamn time."
yeah. But that's one of the great things, writer Daniel Kraus. Like each one of these characters really got their own voice, right?
Mhm.
He captures the essence of this 7-year-old. But is it just me? I feel like Sybil might be like a character on the spectrum, perhaps.
I didn't get that.
You didn't
I
get
just
that.
thought she's precocious because of life circumstances, and she's
I
had to
like.
grow up faster than other kids, and then being thrown into this weird ass town, it's like, yeah, there might be a little,
Yeah, that was the
tension.
Okay.
vibe I got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just a
Sergio said, "You
precocious
act out,
one.
you're on the spectrum." You're getting diagnosed this weekend.
I don't know, man. She just seemed like
But you know what I've
hyper
noticed?
intelligent, just like her little quirks and stuff.
She's
So
just precocious, I feel. I don't
yeah,
think she's.
okay.
And you know what's funny is I noticed that with you and kids, when there are kids involved in books, if
Mm.
they act out a little bit, you're like, these fucking kids. You're like, there's something wrong with them mentally, or it's like, no, that's just how girls grow up faster than boys,
Yeah.
especially in certain situations. And I think for this, her and her mom, they're all they got, and they've been through a lot of shit together. And
Mhm.
she's had to be smarter. She's had to, and I think this is the first time she's felt comfort. The daughter, this is the first time she's had a sense of home and community. And so you're gonna kind of regress a little bit mentally because she's allowed to be a kid again. And so that's what I got from it.
That's fair. She like the daughter Sybil. She did seem to really come into her own
Mhm.
when they moved back to Comfort Notch, which previously she was like she was getting into trouble. She was fighting. She had this cute little nickname. What was it? The disaster or something or
Destroy or something,
yeah.
right?
A cute little nickname.
It's
the,
cute.
the demon spawn.
The demon spawn, the destroyer of worlds.
Yeah.
But which made her character arc all the more heartbreaking and tough. Like you've taken this kid who's clearly she's had maybe a rough start at childhood, right? And she comes into this town, weird little town, finally kind of coming into her home, but then nah, man, you're gonna you got the rug pulled right from under you. What's up, comic collector? Good to see you. Thank you for hanging out with us this morning on the
And
100th
also,
House
how
of
would you
Nerd.
feel being told that you have a new sibling and they didn't tell you until it came, So I totally get the daughter's, disdain, distaste,
The new sibling?
Yeah,
Yeah, what new
the
sibling?
the new sibling. She got
Oh God.
she got a new sibling and wasn't told about it until it was already here, and it's just, it's a lot
Yo, I
mentally.
mean, we can't just throw it up. We gotta give the audience some
No,
context
see, I
here.
saw the panels you pulled, and I tried to be
Yeah.
tasteful with mine and just show
Yeah. No, this we're going full on out. Norton wanted to just
Yeah,
the
here's the fill.
the just I can't even say the word degeneracy.
The first
Degeneracy.
time I read this book, it was in print. It first came out. I thought there was something on my book, so I kept
Me
trying to wipe
too.
that mark off of my book, and then I realized, I even tweeted this, and I'm like, did he just impregnate the ground? And then, sure enough, next issue, we got a little bit. Now, Sergio, what kind of tree would come from your seed in the ground?
Oh, we're talking about redwood, baby, giant old forest.
We're talking about moss.
No, man,
we're talking
get out of here. We're talking about that.
we're
Huh?
talking about four-leaf clovers.
What are the trees called in Lord of the Rings? The ents, man.
And yeah.
Entish, baby, entish. Uh, but let me throw that out one more time. It's so funny. Yeah, I was like, what is that? Is that spit? Is that what I think it is?
It's a
We got
kind
two
of spit.
consenting adults doing their thing, and then you see this gobulate of
Two consenting adults. Really, if we think about it, pull out the lens, it's three adults, two unconsenting, one reciprocal, very accepting.
that's one way to put it. And then yeah, you can see the little
Sergio
chunks on
Appleseed. And it's so funny that you say that because I can totally see him as somebody, if that was a thing, like he's just walking around after, not even after dark, pre-dawn, just
pre-done,
wherever he can get it, that's where it grows.
spreading.
Yeah.
Hey, the earth
Why
is
are there so many
completely
weeds in the backyard?
really
Let
underpopulated. I'm just trying
Sergio
to do
out
my
again.
part. I'm just trying to do my part. But this was the Autumnal, very much an emotional read. So you've got some familial trauma, some
Backyard
generational
baby.
trauma. The main character, Kat Somerville, estranged from her mother. Her mother sent her away from this town when she was like 9 years old. Um, and then we see Kat as a mother with her daughter Sybil. Um, for me, I felt like she wasn't fully there as a mom. She was these two halves. She was this free spirit, and then somewhat. I think it's fair to say a struggling. She's struggling with motherhood. I think.
Mm.
Um, so you got some of that learned generational behaviors and traumas there. They're coming back to this town, and you got like these weirdos, man. These weirdos, like, story wise, I think this was some of the most unsettling stuff I've read. I think it was, what was that, like halfway through the story, we get the origin. I think it was issue 4, the origin story of what was her name, guys?
Biddle.
The oh,
Yeah, Biddle.
Clementine Biddle. Thank you.
And
Thank
what's
you.
crazy is we got the whole story right here. First, was this the first issue?
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah.
Which was
Yeah.
also very Midsommar-esque because, if you look at the tapestry on that, it tells the entire story. So I thought that was really cool too, which is why I thought folk horror.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Folklorish. So we get this messed up origin story of Clementine Biddle. So like back in like the early 1800s or something. I thought I had some slides here. Let me try to find them.
Oh, I do have the slide of when she because I that's one of my favorite pages when she starts to learn the story and the way that the smoke in the room like fades into the story. Yeah, right here.
Mm.
This is right before
Okay.
it goes into it, and I thought that because there's a lot of that, like whenever it's like a flashback or a memory or maybe not a non-truth, the edges of the panel start to get more sketchier.
Hmm.
But this was like with her, and what kind of cigarette would you call that?
Well, that's like a weed.
That's weed
No.
because I thought that was a meth pipe.
No, that's crack, baby.
Okay, I
Yeah.
wasn't sure. No, I'm lying. I was sure because I see people do it every day here in Seattle.
Yeah.
But not to say it's an epidemic, but it is. And so I loved like it was like let this meth cloud take over and tell this story.
But that's what it was. Yeah, it was that was a dope effect for sure.
Literally, huh?
Literally, thank you.
There you
You're on
go.
point today.
Unintentional punster.
Paul Dick's Comics. Yes, Clementine was creepy as. Yeah, I mean, you want to curse, Al? We cursing on today's episode or what?
I'm pretty sure I've already fucking cussed today. So go
Oh my
ahead.
goodness,
I'm sorry.
the mouth on you, the mouth on you. But chill.
I mean,
Like,
are we cussing? I don't know. Now, are we? Not you trying to shame me. not you baiting and then shaming.
it's a family show, man.
Is
It's
it?
a family show. It's a family show. But I think I found it
As
here.
you posted them having sex in the backyard and covering in the grass. This is a family show,
Hey,
guys.
so this is the
It's our
origin
anniversary
story
shot.
of Clementine Biddle, and what I
Thank you,
really
Paul.
enjoyed
Thank you.
was in the flashback scenes. You had this really kind of super scratchy kind of raw art style to differentiate from like the present time, right?
Almost crayon-esque.
Yes, that's
Really
exactly.
grainy.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Yes, very crayon-esque. Yeah, almost like you had Sybil doing her little arts and stuff, or what was it? What did she call it? Her
Visual
art.
art.
Visual arts.
Be a supportive parent, okay? Visual art.
Visual arts, man. Yeah. So. I mean, Cookie, do you wanna give the origin? Let the people know what Clementine's origin story is because it's pretty messed up.
Yeah. So was it like an affair, a secret affair with the mayor's son, right? So she had a secret affair with the mayor's son, got pregnant, and then hid in the woods, and the woods took care of her while she was pregnant, and she comes back to be with the mayor when she has the baby, and he was not having it and sent her away. And this is where I get kind of sketchy with what happened as far as, so she comes back and then he basically kills the baby, correct? And she loses her mind.
Kills the baby, but not only so. If you guys can see here in this panel, feeds
Yeah, the
his
pig scene.
child.
I was freaking out.
So what we're
Oh,
saying is a pro-choice king.
Yeah.
hell no, hell you better stop that, man. A pro-choice. I can't even. No, that's wrong. You're wrong for that one.
Can't.
You're wrong for that one. But yeah, this guy feeds Clementine's his baby to the
Mhm.
pigs, and you can see it here, man. And just like I'm not often just like kind of, well, damn, that's messed up. But this was messed up. So
Yeah,
like
no, that was messed up.
full on horror with this one, folks. And there's more than a couple times where you're just gonna, with the story and with the art, be really kind of just shocked and blown away, in a good way.
Well, and the kids were singing the nursery rhyme for like the first, like, what, 4 issues,
Mm-hmm.
and now you see it like play out, like, why the nursery rhyme means what it does,
Yeah,
and you're like, oh my god, that's so messed up.
great storytelling technique there, eh? How we were being told her origin, like you said, the first 4 issues via this nursery rhyme,
Mm-hmm.
and then to have it like seen
Had it play out.
to have
Yeah.
it play out. Thank you, Cookie. Was really cool. Yeah. What did you guys think about the? I guess because I want to get into Kat as a mom, where she's at, and I think it's a very controversial decision on her part with her daughter Sybil. I think it was issue 7 that basically she gave up her kid. to to Clementine, to the
Is
mom.
that a
Mm.
were we just spoiling the whole thing, or?
Well, I mean, this has been out for time. We said full spoilers in the post, so
Oh, it must have been your post.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So, like, what did you guys think? So, folks, in order to appease this eco horror entity who lives in the town into the forest, the townspeople, they basically have to sacrifice one of their childs, offer her up, and so perfect timing. You got this mother and daughter combo, you in town. So Sybil, the little girl, is offered up, and the mom ends up kind of, even if it was just momentarily, but she went with it. She's like okay, you know. What did you guys think about? For me, that was pretty messed up. But I'm curious to hear your guys' thoughts on that.
I mean, it was upsetting, but I I feel like it was in character for her because she's had a rough life. She knows Sybil's had a rough life, and for her, momentarily, it was like, this is how I make a better life for myself. I'm a horrible mom. And this is how everybody has a better life. So
Mhm.
you can kind of justify where she's coming from in that split second, and
Oops,
then
my bad.
understand why she changes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yeah, in her mind, that was the justification, right?
Yeah.
Um, I mean, for me, I at that moment I was cheesed, man. I was like, so what's wrong with this woman, you know? But
Yeah.
like you're saying, it was in line with her character, right? I
Hmm.
think I said at the top that she's very much, struggling with motherhood. She's a free spirit. But I mean, regardless, I mean, I'm like,
I would digress a little bit with that sentiment.
yeah.
I feel
So what are you
like,
thinking?
well, again, in line with folk horror and stuff, I think hive mentality is a big key component of those kind of stories.
Hmm?
Yeah.
And I feel like it never really was her choice, but this is, once you get into a setting like that, it doesn't matter like what her mental space was before that. Like, this is for the greater good, and the key is my daughter, right? And so in a sense, it's like, it's not sacrificing, it's like you're, like, what's the other word, you know what I'm talking about? Like, she wasn't sacrificing her, she was allowing them to use her for the greater good. And I think that's like the key in like that mob thinking, and even in the town you
Yeah.
see it. Like, even so, let's say that all of this is just like in people's heads, like none of this is taking place, the whole entire town believes
Hmm.
in this one thing.
Hmm.
And she was a resident of that town until she was how old? So in the back of, I feel like once you get back into there, no matter how toxic your living situation was, this is something that has been embedded in her head. And I don't think it's that she struggled so much with motherhood, so much as, like, I don't think it was like her, oh, this is my way out of being a mom. I think she thought she was being a good mom by doing this, by keeping her in the town, because if I'm not my mom, but I'm keeping you here and I know it's a good place, because I think it wasn't never the place, it was the toxicity between her and her own mother. Even though this, messed up stuff was happening and stuff.
Hmm.
Um, but like, I don't think she was a bad mom. I think she was trying really hard, and
Hmm.
I think every mom gets tired, and there's breaking points, and she had no support system and stuff. But I think she was trying to be a good mom. I don't think she was inherently a bad mom.
You
No,
know, I don't think she was a bad mom. I
mhm.
think she thought she was a bad mom. And I think this was her way of being like, this is how I fix things,
Mhm.
because she was, brainwashed by like the whole town for like a split second. Because she was going along with it
For a minute,
for a minute.
yeah, which is
Yeah.
wild. So yeah, I mean, I think it's just is kind of great to kind of read that and dissect. I mean, I would say I would agree with you guys. She wasn't a bad person or a bad mom. No, I wouldn't say that. She clearly made a bad choice, a bad decision. Did the
But
mob
was it a bad
mentality?
decision?
Absolutely. I mean, come on.
But in this setting,
Absolutely.
in this
Absolutely. Of
setting,
course it was. Of
if
course it
y-
was.
if it wasn't her kid, it's somebody else's kid, right?
Eh?
If
Or
it's
like
not
8
her
other
kid,
kids.
yeah. So is it a bad decision?
My guy, it's your kid.
But
I'm sorry, as a
it's
parent,
self versus all, though, right?
no, as a
Yeah.
parent, I would never for one split second made that decision to be like,
But you're okay
okay,
making the decision
this
for
is
8 other
this is
families
the
to lose
right
their kids.
choice. I'm not worried about other parents. I'm worried about my kid, you know? But at the same time, I'm gonna try to not only save my kid, I'm gonna try to figure out a situation to stop this demon, you know, and not hurt any other kids, right? But first and
So you're a
foremost,
superhero.
but,
Like you
but first,
you said, I'm gonna save the whole
no,
town.
I'm a parent. I'm a dad. I'm not gonna let no harm come to my kid. And not only that, she she was okay with that, even if it was like momentarily. And she did agree with you. There was a bit of this mob mentality, this cult mentality, right? That definitely played into her decision. But at the same time, bro, I cannot justify, I cannot understand on any level as a parent how you would go with that, along with that, even for a split second. Hell nah, fuck that
But
shit.
this is again what I
No,
said. She was bred in this, so it's not like it's a new concept to her. This is
yeah,
something that's inside of her, so it makes sense for her to be like, okay, like this is for the betterment, because of, look at all these kids. And I
yeah.
hear what you're
I
saying.
can't rock with that. I can't
Yeah.
I
defend that.
hear you, but also at the same time, if this is the rules of the world, like if these are the established rules, and you're playing along with the rules in the world, then
I don't
I
gotta play
don't.
around with the rules. I'm gonna try to figure out
But
another
then
one.
that's a different story,
Yeah.
though, is what I'm saying.
Northern's a real one. Thank you, baby.
Yeah, you guys are great moms, by the way.
Hey, but so I mean, but that's what made it for great storytelling, right? You know, you have these, Daniel Kraus, all credit to him, writing and creating these really complex characters, right? From the daughter to the mom, full. I mean, at the end of the day, I think as a reader, you're gonna be emotionally invested in this story. Very, very well done horror, man. And I think issue 8 was probably one of the most well written, best things I've ever read. Period. Not just horror comics. I mean, do you guys want to talk about on that issue a little bit? I mean, how great was that, man? Shit, that confrontation, the dialogue with I keep forgetting her name,
The witch.
Clementine Biddle, the witch. Yeah.
The witch.
What are your thoughts on that, Cookie? Number 8.
Number 8 was gut wrenching. Like it was like holding a carrot up in front of you, like everything's gonna be fine and
Mhm.
it's gonna work out, and then you get smacked in the face. But it was really good.
Ripped the heart out a little bit, man.
Yeah, a little bit.
Man, we had Cat redeeming herself a little bit, and then you had that great twist, right? That I didn't see coming. Where I mean, I guess we could say it. You know, she finds the witch lets the mom and the daughter go, but because the witch realized that Cat was not prepared to be the new comfort notch. I
She
guess.
wasn't angry enough yet.
Yeah, but there was a great line. You are not angry enough, but you will be soon.
Yeah.
And as soon as I read that,
I'm
I
like, oh
oh
no.
shit. I said, Daniel, I said, if this creative team does what I think they're gonna do, I swear to God, I'm never reading one. But they did it. They did it, um, and that just legit, put a hole in my chest, man. But it was done to perfection. I mean, talk about, you know, kind of just technique and really, you know, this is probably the best ending to a horror book I've ever read, man. It's not always easy to close out a book, right? But man, it's gonna be tough to read in terms of just from an emotional standpoint, but very well done, man. What did you think of that ending, huh?
It was fitting.
Oh, you liked it. Yeah, you liked it. You're like, finally the kid got it. I would
Yeah,
have.
finally.
Yeah,
Finally this fucking
you
I don't,
like.
no, it was fitting. That's like, but again, like in line with the themes and everything. For it to end any other way would have felt false, would have not felt, authentic to the rest of the story.
Mhm.
This is like one of my favorite Vault comics, and when they were coming out, they had these great like connecting bee covers with like the leaves attacking the people.
Oh, cool.
And it's just overall a really good series.
Yeah.
This was, I think, Daniel's first comic book, so for it to be his first and to be this phenomenal, uh just genius. And then
Oh.
this was my introduction to Chris's art, so
Mm-hmm.
just
Yeah.
all around real solid.
Yeah.
I think this might have been my first Vault comic, I think, that I collected from one to end.
Oh, really? Eh?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I mean, if it's anybody's introduction to Vault, I think you guys are gonna be like hooked on this publisher. You're talking about those connecting covers with the leaves and stuff. This was some great interior panel.
Ooh, and the movie poster ones, yeah, the 8 movie poster was, I have that framed in like my hallway. I love that cover.
The eight connecting.
No, the A 8 egg. I mean the 8 movie cover, the number 8 movie poster
Oh,
cover.
I don't think I've seen that. You gotta
Oh,
show that to me
that's
sometime.
funny because I bought it from you.
Oh, yeah, you caught it from me.
Yeah.
There you go, folks. All right, you
Mm,
got a dope plug. Oh, that's
well,
is that what hip hop is talking about? The movie poster?
yeah, so good.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
But Vault does dope movie poster covers,
Mhm.
so
And then Steve saying he sees both our points, but I better reread because you thought it was 5 issues. No, my man, it's 8. It's 8. You missed the best part. Oh my god, bro. Get on it, homie.
but also I can see where, let's just leave it at a happy ending. We got a new baby brother, the end. What would you name him? Twig? For
That's a
Leaf?
question for Cookie. Cookie, what do we what's little homie's name?
Oh, let's go with Twig. Why not?
Twig?
Twig?
Yeah.
Appropriate, I think. Twig. I feel like
Sweet little
Juanito.
baby.
Juanito, if you're still in the chats, bro, I think he's quick with it. He'll
And
come up
what's
with
his fate? Who's gonna raise him?
he's orphan now.
He's is he the next sacrifice?
He's
Isn't it
orphan.
he? Are we gendering it?
Yeah.
My apologies.
Oh man. I guess true. I mean, don't assume it's 2022.
Mhm.
um
It is in
uh,
the shape of a Y.
yeah. This one, I mean, this is just I included this just Jason's like how great is this color work, man.
Mhm.
I loved him. I don't know why I didn't include it, but there was a scene. I don't know if you guys recall when Kat is in the library,
Mhm.
she's doing the research on the town, and
Mhm.
the way from a coloring perspective or standpoint, the panels were lit up, the room was lit up, the library through you have
Mhm.
the sun shining through the windows. I should have included it,
Oh,
man.
not to take that one about, but I do have this one, which was really cool, which was
Yeah.
just a newspaper cover.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So like really, I mean,
And
we
the
gotta
emotion in all the panels, like of there's so much emotion in every expression,
mm-hmm,
and even this one.
mm-hmm.
That's how I point at my kids. Get the fuck out of my room. That's exactly how.
Ooh.
Look
See-
at them. You see that? That's Warren right here. Why, mommy? And then I crushed their drawing.
Ooh, she's like to the forest you go.
My kids call me Mama Biddle.
Mama Beto. Oh my god. You better stop that, man. Your kids are funny. They don't deserve. Hey, here, let me throw this one out real quick. We're talking about eco horror. Folks, I did not expect to see that. This made me so
Hard.
uncomfortable,
Yeah.
like on a visceral level, man. Like
Which part about it?
it just ooh, which part, man? I think like it made me like ooh, no, I did not like this, but like how I mean, how great is this, man?
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Manny.
Oh yeah, we're gonna call her Mama Biddle from now on. Oh, fix your tag there.
Are you now? You said this is your Halloween costume this year.
I mean,
How you planning on getting the sticks in the tail?
Oh man, hey Cookie, you're a makeup artist.
Oh gosh,
artist.
this feels slightly.
No, I'm just saying.
Oh,
Like,
now you're gonna. Can you make a prosthetic? Can you draw some branches coming
prosthetic? I don't know.
What size brush would you use for the branches?
That is beyond my skill level. Okay?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, a little bit.
Oh man. Oh, but this, yeah, I mean, this is super uncomfortable. Legit, it did something in the guts. It got me. Yeah, very much an ouchie. Very much an ouchie.
And I just feel like for myself, like if my man isn't willing to get
ripped to shreds,
from the inside, then protect me and my kids. Look, just orphan little twig.
Little orphan twig. Oh man.
But do you think this
was Bob. This was actually my probably my favorite character in the book, really. So he's the tattoo removal guy who's like a couple towns over. He serves in the story as he's like the bartender.
He's like the moral medium, like the moral the level of like that even line of morality.
Exactly. He's that guy that you go to kind of he gives you some advice. You tell him what's going on. He listens.
But also red flag. Any man that gets the tattoos of all the daddy issues.
Yeah. That was so weird.
And then she's like, are you gonna get mine now? And I was like, that wasn't hot. That was like, let me put your dead mom's name on my neck now.
Oh man. And you know what else was funny? Did you guys book Cookie? Did you book how he finessed his way to sleep over? He's like, well, it might be easier if I just stay the night for the. And I said, okay, my man, just kind of okay.
Yeah, real smooth. Yeah.
I mean, he felt like he knew, like, I'm gonna be your baby's father one day.
Hey, nice double page splasher there. There we see Mama Biddle. Now this page here I included because this for me was like the synergy, man. Everything from obviously you can see guys there, the art, and then Daniel Kraus his dialogue, his writing, the voice of Mama, of this monster, was like, it was honestly so chilling reading this page. Legit chills down the spine. And then you see what Jim Campbell, the letter he's doing there, he's switching up the font and even the bubble style. So like full kudos to the entire creative team. They knocked this one out the park, man.
He co-wrote Shape of Water. He does creatures like really well. Creatures and horror and stuff, giving humanity to things that shouldn't.
Daniel Kraus co-wrote Shape of Water?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's a fun fact.
Fun fact.
I'm gonna have to check out his books because you're saying he wrote some. Yeah. He's done a bunch of books, eh?
Yeah, his one that just came out, The Ghost That Ate Us, is like a fictional oral history of I don't know if you remember like the burger shop murders like in the 70s. There was like this like massacre in a a burger stand, and they I think there's even like Discovery specials about it and stuff, and old Dateline episodes, and but he wrote a fictionalized one, and it's like tongue in cheek. It's very like LOL, but it just dropped in July, and
Okay.
I like pre-ordered it like super early in April because like Tim Daniel, he does like layout and design and stuff
Mm-hmm.
for
Mm-hmm.
like everybody at this point.
Yep.
He did the design for the book and the little burger character. So if you pre-ordered it early enough, then you got like stickers and bonuses to go with it. So let me tell you, I was number one.
Oh shit.
And that the lady at the press at Raw Dog Press, she was like, "Thank you." And I'm like, "Listen, I'm in it
That's
for the
pretty
free
cool.
stuff." But also, I love Daniel's books. His books are really good.
So let me ask you then. Now, hit me with one recommendation. I'm writing it down. I'm going to write it down. What book should I be reading of Daniel Kraus's?
I mean, and like I said, I would start with like The Living Dead that he co-wrote with
It's called The Living Dead.
yeah.
Okay, I'll check that out. That's co-written with Romero.
It's like how he originally wanted to tell the story.
Romero.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay, I'll check that out. Okay, that sounds right up my alley. Thank you.
The Ghost That Ate Us is more like me. Like have you read World War Z?
Oh, I love World War Z. I love
So
that.
it's kind of like World War Z, but obviously about like murder and like this massacre that happened in this burger stand,
Oh,
and
so
it's
like a
kind of silly.
little
It's like
satirical kind of.
paranormal, but like yeah, it's like satirical. Yeah,
Okay. Okay, I'll check that. What was that called?
The Ghost That Ate Us.
The Ghost That Ate Us. Okay.
And then he has a bunch of kids books like They Stole Our Hearts, They Threw Us Away, about teddy bears, and or graphic. I think they might be graphic novels, but for kids, or they're
Okay.
just kids books. And
Okay.
then obviously The Shape of Water, and he also co-wrote Trollhunters with Guillermo.
Del Toro.
Mhm.
Jeez, this guy's got credits on credits, eh?
Mhm.
Wow.
World War Z is like one of the rare well, not a rare. The book is no comparison to the movie because if you haven't read the book, then I'm not talking about the movie.
Yeah, Ruben, I
The
don't.
book
Are you
is
talking about the
one
book or are
of
you
the
talking
best
about the
books
film?
ever. I
Yeah,
love an oral history.
it's so good. The book is very, very good. The first half of the film was
Mhm.
pretty dope. The second half was I'd say was a bit of a miss, but yeah. Have you read World War Z Cookie?
No, I
No?
saw the movie, didn't really care for it. I heard the book is obviously way better, so I got
Yeah.
to get on that. Yeah,
It's because
Yeah.
it's like, have you I don't know, I know this is like douchey. Some people don't like him, but do you read Chuck Palahniuk?
I do, but I don't like him.
Okay, so like it's like Rant, his book Rant, the oral biography of Buster Casey. It's kind of like that, but it's zombies. So it's like a fictional oral history. So you have all of these different takes on what was happening, and everybody has like such distinct voices in it though. Like it feels like a real recount of what was happening. Um I
Okay.
think there's a sequel too.
Yeah,
Four.
I thought to World War Z, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I
Yeah.
feel like I've read the
I have to
book.
check
Uh
it out though.
Yeah. Check it out, Cookie, and we'll do a book club or something. I
Oh,
don't know.
okay.
Yeah. I mean, what are you that you're here? What are you recommending? Like any spooky season reads, whether they're graphic novels or like straight up novels?
Spooky season, I usually just watch movies, but
Yeah.
this is the year where I'm going to start getting into graphic novels and
Okay.
scary books and stuff. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, we got some good ones coming up. Next week is Witches.
One, it was Max Brooks that wrote. I was
Yeah.
talking about a different book.
Yeah. Yeah. Max Brooks is World War Z. Yeah.
Mhm.
Any final thoughts, Cookie, on the Autumnal? Well, first, I guess you should. How do you pronounce it?
Autumnal. But that could just be a New York thing. I don't
It's not.
know.
It's a life thing. It's a
Ma'am,
real world
look at
living
you.
thing.
You're breaking my heart here. What's going on? I guess. Yeah, I'm the lone person who thinks it's autumnal. I'm gonna hit up Chris.
What are you saying? Autumnal?
Autumnal, like the season autumn.
Autumnal?
It sounds like he's trying. It sounds like a transformer that he's saying.
Autumn.
Like,
You know, how do you pronounce the season? Autumn, right? So
Autumn.
yeah,
Yeah.
autumnal. I don't know.
it's
Autumnal.
autumnal, but go off.
All right. Yeah. Any final thoughts on the books? What was your favorite part? Anything you didn't like?
My favorite part was when she showed up at the house and the beautification society was there and they were just hiding in the shadows and all you saw were their eyes. I was like, what the fuck?
They were like,
But,
"Tell, we're just here to clean, bitch." And she's
yeah. That was my favorite part. As far as like jump scares go. That was pretty freaky.
Mhm.
But yeah, but it was great. Overall, I thought it was a great story, great
Mhm.
family drama, horror, jump scares.
Mhm.
Has it all. It's great.
It really does. It really does have it all. Kat, is she garbage or did she redeem herself enough at the end there?
No, I think she redeemed herself.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Sergio right now writing to CPS.
100%.
He does not agree. Yeah, that's fair. All right, fine.
And for anybody who's watching with us, what are your thoughts on the Autumnal? Did you guys do thumbs up? We don't really give number ratings, but what did you guys like? What did you guys didn't like? I mean, I thought honestly, this is like horror stuff, non-horror. This is like a top read for me, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like they're in that top 10 comics I've ever read. Period.
And I think I said before, like my husband doesn't read a lot of indie,
Okay.
but the Autumnal and Righteous Thirst are like a couple of his favorites.
Oh, he's reading those. That's dope. That's dope. Yeah. So what did he think of the Autumnal?
He liked it. Yeah, that was like the first indie I ever got him to read.
That's pretty cool.
Because usually he reads like, he's like Marcolin. He reads like he's heavy into like the DC event stuff and so he kind of reminds me of him in that way, like in terms of book reading. He loves a good event. But like, so this was like the first indie I got him to read, and he just was like, "This is what you be reading all the time, like no wonder you have like manic depression and stuff." But yeah,
so he was a little impressed, a little scared,
concerned.
Concerned. Okay, that's good. That's so funny. That's pretty cool though, man. Yeah, I dig that. Juanito saying, "I love the part where the mom breaks down in front of the tattoo artist." Yeah, and a very emotional scene. Very emotional scene. I think I might have included. I think I might have a slide here. Maybe not. But that was great. Yeah. What did you call him, Albie? Like the emotional anchor, Bob?
No, he's like the moral level. He's like the moral. He's like sets the standard for morality in the story.
Yeah.
Or like the bar, like you could go under the bar or over the bar, but he's like neutral.
Mm-hmm. Mike means giving the book 2 thumbs up for sure. For sure.
Thumbs up. You wanted a review and got a diagnosis. Look, Marcula said, I read Marvel event stuff too. Yeah, well, he's reading Predator and he read Alien when it dropped too. So I guess it's like that's what he's into.
Well, I was getting the Blade Runner books for him too. No?
Oh yeah, he likes Blade Runner.
Yeah, he's got taste. Yeah, Mark. For those who don't know, Marcolin, one half of the Pole Kings, along with Dragon Ranger Charles. Every Monday, folks, keep your eye on the socials. Either Marcolin or Dragon upload their top 3 weekly reads of the week, man. Always quality stuff. Shout out the Pole Kings, man.
Aldania, what was your favorite part of the book? Well, I would have to say it was the very first beginning of the book when she's picking her up from school and she's holding Eye of the Dragon, which is hilarious because when I was her age, I too was like taking inappropriate books to school. And you
Mhm.
know what my fantasy was? This is gonna sound really weird, but like I always dream because like when I was in elementary school, when we had silent reading, like the teacher would call on somebody at random and they would have to like read a line from what they're reading to prove that they were reading a book. And so I used to bring like Resident Evil, like the series with me, and I would be like, please call on me. And my teacher would never call on me, and it like traumatized me. And she knew it was because I was like trying to get like I was trying to get a rise out of everybody. But
So
Trying
funny.
to scare the children.
yeah, like when I was in high school, I used to take like Chuck Palahniuk. I used to like keep Haunted in my locker just in case it was my time to shine. And oh my God, Leah, she borrowed it from me one time and she was like, I know that probably was like made her second guess our friendship. I kept like the encyclopedia of serial killers in my locker when I was in high school. A lot of red flags, but yeah, that was my favorite part because I love just establishing their relationship. That it's like, she keeps getting, and it's like, and she's just like, you know what, we don't even have to be here. Bye, like, we're out of here. And I just like that, like, very cavalier attitude she had about it. Like, let's just start over, whatever.
Very much a free spirit cat, Somerville.
But obviously, crippling anxiety, crippling depression, and all of that good stuff. So, and I think that's what I liked about it is it's clearly a front.
You it resonated with you?
Yeah,
Did
it did.
Oh, no, she's like, it's sad girl hours. I love it. I love it.
Mental illness in it. That's
Okay.
like one of my favorite TikTok sounds, by the way. In case.
Cookie, real talk. Thank you so much for coming to hang out with us and
Thanks
talk
for having me.
the Autumnal. I hope you can read
The
along.
autumnal.
I hope you can read along with us. Next week's reading, folks, is going to be Witches, which is another classic Scott Snyder, Jock 420 on Arts. So a good one. Looking forward to reading that and discussing that next Sunday. Cookie, anything you wanted to say to the folks, to the community before you get out of here? You just
We told you about the sound effects.
where can everybody
Happy
find you?
Sunday.
Yeah.
I am on Twitter
Okay.
at Cookie Critter 44.
Mhm.
And happy birthday, Tara.
Yes. Happy birthday, Tara. And it was Amanda's.
And Amanda.
Amanda's
Happy
birthday as
birthday.
well. Yes. And one of these days we got a collab cook on we're supposed to do like a makeup vid or something. I don't know.
If you do a follow along video and he actually does it, please.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
going on everything. I'm posting it everywhere.
Yeah. We might have to. Hey, Halloween, man. Maybe like a scary. I don't know. We'll see. We'll talk.
Eyebrows already on
Oh my
fleek.
God.
Okay.
There you go. What does he do? What does he do? Yeah.
Release snail trails.
Cookie, thank you so much, and yo, straight up, thanks for all the support you show to the House of Nerd, on the socials and hanging out with us in the live chats every week, man. We appreciate it, valued member of the community. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Cookie, have a great Sunday.
You too.
All right.
Bye.
There you have it, folks. The Autumnal, man. That was good. Good. You're like Kat Somerville made the right decision. She should have offered up her kid issue 1.
No, it's just you were so adamant about
issue 1.
As a father, I would never. And I said, you know
Never.
what? Let me say
Never.
I would just to get a rise out of it.
Oh man, it was great reading, man. I think it's a classic. Yes, Amanda, what are the birthday plans on the West Coast, man? We're getting lit. We're getting lit today. I'll have a few cold ones on your behalf out here. Podix Comics saying I'll have to dig it out and revisit Witches. I've been meaning to for years. Yes, thank you. Yeah, I hope you find it, man. Yeah, one of my favorites. For me, it really got me back into like heavy, I should say, into the indie horror scene. So looking forward to discussing that. Oh, what's next, ma'am? What's next?
Week in review, where we talk about all the books you read this week.
Stacks on stacks, baby.
We know.
Stacks on stacks. Stacks on stacks. Look at it. I got here. Anyways, we'll go through them. Please remember, folks, to smash that like button if you're digging it. Yeah, we're gonna get into a week in review featuring Ms. 𝐬𝐭𝐚𝐲. Let me find
Featuring?
that.
Wait, what are we doing right now?
You're starring in this week in review. This is all you, baby. Week in review, folks. Here we go. Week in review, where we talk about our favorite reads of the week, our top 3. Before we get into that, I just want to give a shout out to 𝐬𝐭𝐚𝐲. Bring Ronald Hutton into the chat. I'm not sure what's going on. Bring Ronald Hutton into the chat. Okay. Welcome to the show. Hope you're enjoying it. Hope you have fun with us. We're just about to get into our favorite reads of the week. Elle, can I flex a little bit and just show before you get into your discussion?
Yeah, I think she's talking about The Historian.
Oh, The Historian? I can't stop. This one's going up right here. Right there. Love this Briar #1 FOC reveal. Gorgeous, man.
It'd probably be where that doomsday clock is, to be honest.
Doomsday. Put some respect on Jeff John's name, man. Don't do that to him. Do not do that to him. I got a little Department of Truth action going on. What else did I pick up? Nice House on the Lake.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward. So I haven't read since they've come back from the break. But I'm looking forward from the first break, yes.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it was like issue 6.
Mm-hmm.
And I just feel like it reads better like
I think it was 7 because it was 1 through 6 and then 7, 8, 9 and now 10, 11, 12.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to catching up on that. I got a little who that? That's for you.
I don't know what that is.
A little Jenny Frison action, Catwoman. Detective Comics has been great, folks. Are you guys reading this? Curious to hear what you guys are thinking of Rom V's Detective Comics run, because is it just me or I'm not hearing a lot of people?
I told you it should have came out later in the year. That's the one I requested. Are you reading that? I'm not reading it. I just think the cover is sickening.
Bear cover by Maria Wolf.
Mm-hmm.
So sick, right? That's a cover by.
Mm-hmm.
That's for Jade. Don't touch.
That's for Jade.
Don't touch.
We're gonna talk about it in a little bit, though.
Are we?
Mm-hmm.
What else we got? Oh, folks. Hey, listen. I know on the House of Nerd we recommend a lot of different books. Cause you guys should get this. You guys could. Hey, listen. We recommend, but we most definitely support the artists that we talk about. Here's the Frank Avila, the 1 in 10. I love this, man. I should take it out the bag, really. We had Chris Condon. What was it last week?
Mm-hmm. No, was it? Was it?
I feel like
all the weeks blur together. We've done so much in the last week that I don't.
Look at that bad boy. Oh, man. Folks, we did an advanced review on this if you haven't read it. Non-spoiler. We also had Chris Condon, the writer, on last week. Check it out, man. So I got that cover, and then I got the Jacob Phillips. Check that out. So nice. I had to cop it thrice, baby. Great stuff, Al. Have you read it? Have you read it?
I don't think I've heard of it.
You haven't, eh?
It's been under the radar.
Well, a little wrestling noir story. Highly recommend it. Hey, listen, we do not pass up
Trad.
Yes, Trad Moore.
Mhm.
covers. This guy, I'm loving his stuff, man. He did one recently for, oh, I want to, was it Department of Truth that was just killer? But like all his stuff is amazing. And I'm trying to put my finger on like what do you call his style? I don't know, but um, you know, who's that for?
Me. Mercado.
R.L. Stein, baby. You know, I still haven't I was so hyped for this for months,
Mhm.
and I still haven't had the chance to read it, man.
Me neither.
Uh, what did you think?
I haven't read it yet.
No? Hey,
Mm-mm.
folks, Franken Rocker and the Jailbait Punks. I have to recommend this to everybody. It's a really fun palate cleanser style of book. You know, just uh, light reading, kooky, fun stuff, and the interiors are great. Um, you know, like I mean, check that out, folks. Published by Bad Kids Press, little indie brand new publisher. Absolutely recommend. It's only a 4-issue miniseries. This is number 3. Definitely check it out. And then I got some more of the stuff of nightmares. Here's the Francavilla.
Mhm.
That was cool. And then I did get the glow in the dark.
Mm,
I haven't
mhm.
tested out yet, but how great is that? He legit is like one of the best in the game right now. Yeah. I think I got a whole stack more, but we could be here for days. So yes, some dope stuff, folks. Recommend all that. Yeah.
Mhm.
What did you read, Al?
What
Or give
didn't I
me
read this week, you know?
a lady with
Not
the
included on my list, but I did think they were cool. Human Target came back.
Sumerian.
Um,
Remember I was telling you, Al?
huh?
Sumerian. They changed the name. So weird.
Human Target?
No, Sumerian. They changed it from
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I
the
was
human.
like, what is it
Yeah,
we're referring to?
yeah.
Human Target came back. It was fun. Old Dog, I read. Flawed, by Chuck Brown was cool. Um, but I just wasn't really in like a creature or like supernatural vibe this week, you know? Well, I guess I'm lying.
The
Who
spooky
here
stuff.
likes Art
What do you mean?
Germ? Ruben, I think most people enjoy some of his work. I think Art Germ is like some are cool, some aren't. I think you just have to be in the mood for that digital style. And also his shop. Art Germ Collectibles takes a very long time to ship out their stuff. So,
Yeah.
yeah, a very long time. Like I waited 8 months, 9 months for some stuff.
Oh no, that's excessive. That's excessive.
Excessive, and it happened more than once. So I do not recommend the shop. Not to
Well,
put anybody
here's my
down.
thing with Art Germ and other digital artists. I'm not, and this is just a personal thing. I'm not crazy on that digital art. Or I should say, like that 3D digital art style. I
Mhm.
don't know if I'm explaining it right, but seems to be like very, very popular these days. I'm not. It's not my favorite for me. But definitely Art Germ does have some dope.
Yeah. I
Uh,
think his, Sweet Paprika one is one of my favorite Art Germ
I
covers.
didn't even know he did one for two. That's pretty cool.
That's crazy because you actually copped it for me without asking me, and you were like, "Hey, I thought you would like this," and you're like and I was like, "Wow, I did
Oh,
want this," and it was a virgin too, so
oh no way! I copied
yeah,
for you.
yeah.
I just be sending you things, man.
You just throw stuff,
I just
there's a
yeah
it has pink on the cover, she's a girl.
yeah. That's exactly how I do it. Pink. Oh,
Pink.
black lady on the cover. Oh man. Hey, I'm just your people. I'm just saying.
Uh-oh.
I don't, and I'm with that. I'm with that.
Okay.
Margland saying, yeah, I had to splurge. Man. Politics comment. Who's EBG? EBG is one of the 8 billion genies. Excuse me. Yeah. And you said, Al, that the latest issue
Yeah, it's my number 3 pick.
Oh, there we go. Beautiful segue.
Segue.
There we go. I did
Segue.
that on purpose.
To segue into the
Mm.
8 Billion Genies. Number 5 was my number 3 pick.
Just remember that, Eldanya. Just remember that.
Knowing your customers.
Put some respect. Put some respect. Insert name comics, baby. You know how we do.
Now, there has been a couple times where I'm like, now what the fuck is this?
Stop. I hit you with that heat. How many? I put you on to. All right,
What
it's endless.
customer? What
We wouldn't
customer
even-
number am I?
You 909.
Oh, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
8 Billion Genies.
Mhm.
Number 5.
Mhm.
So we're at the 8-month mark in this
Mhm.
one, but we actually go back in time a little bit, and we're introduced to this guy's origin story, the
Mm.
idea man. And what he's doing, he's such a scammer, but like we haven't gotten to that part yet. I guess from the outside looking in, it's easier to see it. But basically, what he does is like he hasn't been believed in his whole life. Nobody's believed in him. He's always been the underdog. So his wish, as soon as those genies popped up, before there could be any conflict, before it could over or supersede or intercede with anybody else's wish, he wishes, I wish people would believe in me. And boom, look at all the genies he has. Because what
Wow.
he does is he uses other people's wishes to make wishes for the greater good. So he has like an accumulation, a buildup of all of these genies, and so this is where Sunman, or formerly
boy?
known as the boy, yeah,
Yeah.
this is where he comes to, and he needs to bring his parents here. But at this point, the world is like a wasteland. There's
Mhm.
no way they could leave the bar without dying of exposure. Well, at least the dad, because the mom is a remnant, or what are they called in this?
I think the remnants. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
And so this one was just like, and the lady, she's finally going into labor, and they were worried, like, well, what if things don't go right? Because a couple people at the bar still have their wishes. And so it got to a point where it was like nobody's gonna wish for the baby and mom to be okay.
Mhm.
And so there's fallout from that, and I don't want to spoil it if you haven't gotten to there yet. And but then this, back at the idea man's consulate, he has all these genies, all these people under him, and so how he has to craft a wish is so precise, and it's such a cool, like, kind of like satirical look at like the policy making process. And he has to word it so precisely, and it's just like page after page of him doing like full on monologues from this speech of like him wishing, because it has to be worded so exactly so that there's no conflict with
Oh.
anything else.
Yeah.
And so he has all these people working for him, and he's like, this better work because this took me 3 wishes. And so the genies are like, charging him based on, the properties of the wish and stuff.
That's
And
okay.
so it was called oh boy, he is a scammer. Uh he Yes, the birthing scene was like super. It's because it was so tense, because it's like you've been with these same people for almost a year now, and you have become a family. And now when something is happening, where do I look out for myself or do I look out for everybody? Kind of like in the Autumnal, where you said you would let 8 kids die.
Mm-hmm.
And
Is
so
that what I said? I'm gonna have to go back because I don't know if I quite
you
said
said, what
that.
did
But
Michael Jordan say? That's what you said. And
man.
uh yeah, it was very much arbitration. It was really good. So yeah, so 8 Billion Genies, number 3 or number 5. It's my number 3 pick, and it has not slowed down. And the next issue, I believe, is 8 years.
Okay, is this an 8-issue mini or maxi?
I think so.
I think so, eh? And Markland saying this year should be nominated for an Eisner, one of
Mhm.
Charles Soule's best work. From issue 1, it really has been great. Very much, very
And
much.
even Ryan, the art and the coloring is so good. Like,
Ryan
I
Brown.
love that. The genie coloring and stuff. Even like when they're out in the world, like it's so good.
Yeah, I think that's when they're out in the world is the most fun. Is my favorite stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and so in this issue, they couldn't really go out
Hmm.
because it was for most of the issue a wasteland. So this wish that he's crafting is to restore things, and it's so funny how it's worded, like restore things to the way they were, but not the way it were, the way it should be, but not the way it should be. And it's so funny because it's just like so many
Hmm.
words to avoid it getting weird.
Okay. Number
So
3.
that was my number 3. My number 2 pick was Heart Eyes. Listen,
Okay.
sweet, sweet baby angels. Did you read Hard Eyes number 1? I can't remember.
No, El, I haven't.
No, I was being genuine. I honestly
Oh, okay.
couldn't remember.
Okay. No, I just it's one of those ones, and even though we get the advance
I think this was a
issue
copy
copy
drop.
from Vault, I just haven't had the time to get to it, but I want to. Yeah.
So things happened in the first issue where Lupe met, or well, the boy in the book met Lupe, I should say, and it was from his perspective, right? And from his perspective, meeting this girl who was like how did you survive out here in this world full of monsters?
Al, give me a perspective though, like as perspective. Sorry, like a synopsis, or for those
That's
who haven't read it.
So that's the synopsis. The synopsis is
Uh-huh.
there's a world full of monsters that have driven people into seclusion because they feed on fear. So the more
Oh,
scared you are of them, the more, intense things are on the outside.
so is it safe to say it almost sounds like Human Remains, where these monsters are
Yes,
feeding on
and
your emotions.
when I first reviewed this book for the House of Nerd show
Uh-huh.
on Twitter, that's what I said. Because it started
Oh.
right after Human Remains ended.
Mhm.
So, but I feel like
Another
what
book?
the difference is that Human Remains was more in the unseeable world,
Mhm.
and this is very much visual, very much you're aware of these creatures. But they're feeding on fear alone. Human Remains was any strong emotion.
Mhm.
Pain, pleasure, joy, anything, hate.
Got you.
So this is like specifically fear, which is kind of funny because they are from the same company, but I highly recommend Human Remains. It was one of my favorite minis
Mm.
over at Vault, and Heart Eyes is shaping up to be one too. Because actually, Hard Eyes we learn in number 2, because she meets this boy in number 1, and his family is like, stay away from her. Like there's something wrong with her. Like why is she so like carefree? And it's because she's not afraid. And so we kind of were like questioning like, oh, why is she not afraid? And so here in issue 2, we kind of get her backstory. Like here she is, like, she thought she could trust this boy because it's like, oh, like we're gonna be together forever, right? Like, and so what we learned is like, oh, she's like in bed with the monsters, kind of. Like this is kind of all her fault.
Mm.
And so she's like telling him like, hey, just chill, like they're not monsters, they're my friends. And that didn't end well. So
Man,
then
I love
the
this.
rest of the issue was a flashback to her origin story. And what happened was her and her mom came over illegally. Her mom was sick when they got here, and she ended
Illegally
up
now, we don't use that word, Al. Undocumented, please, ma'am.
okay, so she came over here,
Undocumented.
and then her
Nope.
mom was already sick when they got here, and
Mm.
so her mom dies, and so the book dealer basically is like, I'll deal with you until somebody can come get you.
Mhm.
But Lupe stumbles upon a book um of demonology or something, and
Mhm.
she picks it up, and then she walks in on him doing it. And what happens is they usually take like a body of somebody with no uh soul, or like just an empty vessel. But what happens is the love inside of Lupe is so pure, and it's like there for even though it shouldn't because of her life circumstances. And so she kind of like tames them.
Mhm.
And the book dealer, she calls him her uncle. He like takes her to like this ritual, and to control the demons, right? Because they want to be able to control the demons because they're like a cult. And instead of summoning them, we're just basically we just have the demons talking to Lupe, like, why do you not want us to mess with Uncle? Like, he's awful.
Mhm.
Like, he's scum. And she's like, no, like, I love him, anybody but Uncle. So basically he becomes like the nicest caregiver he could possibly be, because if she just has a twinge of regret on saving him, he's done for. So it was really cool to see like the origin and like why she has this connection with the monsters that
I
aren't
love.
monsters, they're
I gotta
friends.
say, this is like Victor Ibanez is killing this art, and Addison Duke, the colors, man.
Mhm.
Wow, wow, beautiful. That pops. And sorry, just to interrupt real quick. Uh, so Markland, hey, remember, buddy, we have these in the arc folders for you, man. Check it out. Um, maybe you'll talk about it on the Pull Kings, man. They should be there, yeah, El? Both Hard
Mhm.
Eyes, because they're recent books. So
Mhm.
for sure, man, for sure. Hey, we might have to do some. We'll both we'll read her. I don't know, because this looks good, and you sold it well. So
And for I would wait until number 3 drops for, like, if you haven't read it yet, to do
like
1,
that.
2, and 3. And I say that because number 1, you're presented the story a certain way, and number 2, narratively and perspective, it flips completely. So I feel like with the number 3, it'll give you like a more cohesive
Got it.
idea of what's happening
Okay.
versus like 1 and 2, and then you could still, I don't know, I feel like if you're not already invested, you still might be on the fence, but I feel like the first 3, because unlike some other books we read this week,
Hmm.
this one is very much like get in as late as possible, leave as soon as possible. So it's very much straight to the point, or to the action.
Okay.
There's not a lot of like lingering storylines or
Exposition and
anything.
stuff. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Cool. I mean, you
And
sold it.
then
I don't know if I can wait for number 3. You
I
did
mean,
good. You did good. I'll credit to you. Shit.
my my number 1 pick was After School, number 3, and this creative team is Jill Lee, because I'm not saying it, Marley. Oh, so this was interesting because I've never seen it just like in the credits of the book, like, especially for second in the lineup. So usually it'll be like writer, artist, colorist, whatever. But
Uh-huh.
for this one, it was writer, layout artist, and then artist, colorist. And I get it now after reading the book, because some of the paneling is just phenomenal.
Oh, that's pretty cool. So
But and yeah, and Lisa Sturl, she also worked on the layout art. So I was I thought that was a really neat thing. So, and also the writer, she actually writes for Scream. And once you read the book, I mean, once you read After School, it's like very big, like slasher vibes. And so it was really cool to see that she wrote for that, because it was just a overall such a good. So anyway, so like here's the lineup. We have the daughter, an angsty teen, Lita, her her little internet boyfriend in the background on the computer that she's never met before IRL. She's just trying to live her life, but she can't, because she has a little sister who's on the spectrum, and her family has catered their whole has centered their whole lives around this, making sure that she's okay, and kind of making Lita feel like she's on the back burner. Then we have the mom, aloof on her tablet, probably reading Wattpad. She's just like over everything, like, okay, whatever. All the noise, all the chaos, it doesn't even phase her anymore. And then
Mhm.
you have dad, and I think the picture says enough.
Yeah, it tells a story right there. It's a picture, very good picture.
And so these are actually all separate panels. I just wanted you all to see the lineup of characters we have here. And
Now,
then you have
all these comics saying this issue was heartbreaking. Oh,
oh, it was awful
yeah.
emotionally.
What's
Um,
going on?
and then you have here where we're in, like, here we have in the background Izzy. And this like very much characterizes her. Just that second panel, her jumping off the stairs. She's like a terrorist. She puts tacks on the ground, pin side up.
Yeah.
She sets traps, like she's very much like Macaulay Culkin vibes here in Home Alone, but for her own family, like. And her mom is always like telling the sister like, just take it easy on her. The doctor said she's so smart that it's hard, it makes it hard for her to, because she can't express her big thoughts and ideas. And the sister's like, she's just over it, she just wants to be. So then, like, after all this arguing and stuff, we finally get to a point where, oh, they're having a reconciliation. And she's look at her smug face right here. I fucking love it so much. And then she falls off the roof. And she does land in the pool, but she was playing a prank on her sister. And I just know me as like having been a big sister and being a big sister. If my sibling did that to me, I would be irate. Like it would be over for them. We fighting like right now. We're squaring up. Uh oh my god, I thought the guy was her brother. Which one? The little sister, Izzy? Well, her name is 𝐬𝐭𝐚𝐲. 𝐬𝐭𝐚𝐲? Like Tristan and Isolde? Is that how you say it? Isolde? Izzy. Um, and so then, finally everybody gets tuckered in, relaxed, and then hey, just kidding. There's a slasher, there's a murderer. But it all wraps itself up so nicely. And it's so and I didn't wanna spoil it because it is a one shot. Like, well, the After School by Skybound, it's a 4-issue mini. This is number 3, but each issue is a standalone.
Oh, I didn't know that. These are
And
all okay. These are one shots.
yeah, and I like the
Mm.
first one, love the second one. This one, though, is by far my favorite one, and it's so good, and there's obviously, murder scenes in it, and it's just and the coloring, Fabiana, I think I follow her on Twitter. Her coloring is so good in this book, and just the way the panels are laid out, the character design, and it
Now,
is tragic. It's
is
so
is
sad.
it the same creative team on each book, or
No, different creative team
oh,
each
it
book.
is, eh?
Hmm.
Okay. I might have to check this out then if it's a one shot. I'll read it. I'm gonna
Oh,
read
you
it.
didn't realize that was the dad?
Oh.
I'm pretty sure it was the dad. I'm like 99% sure because I felt like the whole dynamic was these two sisters and the inattention, and she kept saying my parents,
Yeah.
and
Now, Al, don't lead the community astray now, man.
no, I think
Don't
that's
do
the
it.
dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, playing video games there. I'm gonna read this. All right. One
Okay.
shot.
Take
Okay.
$3 off. But yeah, it was really this was my favorite one, and it was my favorite read of the week too, and I think it's a testament to the writer
Mhm.
being a horror writer, like for the screen. Like she obviously understands the intricacies of what works and what doesn't work. It doesn't feel rushed. It's like perfectly paced. Um the coloring and the art style, I think the coloring is so good in this. The death scenes are like intense. And like one of them even like legit made my stomach hurt. I was like, "No." This all feels so final.
Yeah, but your stomach's always hurting, so yeah.
That is true. That
Scoot.
is true.
Oh man, this looks great though. Al, you're really selling me on these books this week. Okay, I'm
Yeah.
gonna read this one before I read Hard Eyes. To be honest, I'm gonna read that.
Well, yeah, this is like it's a one shot. It's cute. The character designs there. Izzy, she's such a little. She's cute. She's awful, but she's so cute.
Hey, Paul,
Uh,
these comics, you don't have to agree with her. Don't let her bully you into agreements. Yeah, she's probably wrong. She's probably wrong. She's often wrong on this show.
no, because like it wouldn't make sense because like he has a safe in the room,
Oh, okay.
and yeah, like a
Okay.
gun. So like you would have to like, and
I had,
yeah.
I had a safe in when I was, but anyway,
You had a safe in your room when you were 17
yeah, you gotta have a safe for your
with a
stuff.
gun.
Your
Hold on, we're trying to get you to
things.
incriminate yourself.
Yeah, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Speaking of one
Hey,
shots, I was
hey.
watching Hulu's Right Size Halloween last night. Estimate. Oh, you know what I was watching last night because I'm not ashamed about it. Let's talk about it. I was watching Saturday Night Live season premiere. I was waiting to see if anybody was gonna crack any jokes because Keenan and Chris Red. Chris, why do you have to do that? If you're watching this, Chris Red, why? You didn't have to. You didn't
I
have
went
to.
on the background for a few minutes. I didn't really pay mind. Who was the host? Buddy from Fantastic Four.
Miles Teller.
Yeah.
Kendrick Lamar was fantastic. And Michael Longfellow from the new cast members, I'm telling you, that guy's going places.
Man, I watched SNL in the 90s. I don't watch.
You're about to say the 70s, and
I
I
was about to
believe
say the
you.
70s. I was.
I know you do.
It's been 83, was it?
It's been 84 years.
Hey, L, I'm gonna say I'm surprised and I'm a little disappointed, to be honest, that Old Dog did not make your top 3. This was great, folks.
For a
Hey,
reason.
Chris Condon put it best when he said it last week. A spy-fi thriller, man. And there's you got the banners, right? What's going on? What's going on here? Oh, you just threw it up. But
Hold on. Marklin. Yeah. Chris Red is dating Keenan's ex-wife. Oh, messy. And then Chris Red announced 1 week before that it leaked that he was leaving the show, not when everybody else left the show, but go off though. He only gave you employment for okay. That was dirty. And Chris Red, and because it's going to carry a reputation with you, because Keenan has like a pristine reputation in the industry.
He seems like a nice guy.
And for you, Chris Red, and they've only been she filed the paperwork how long ago? It's just not mathing. And then he played Keenan's brother on Kenan. They've worked intimately together on 2 separate productions for the last 5 years.
That's
like something, okay. And then his party is trying to say like, oh no, there's no lapse. There's no, there is some lapse. There has to be.
Well, you got all the dirt, eh? You're into the tea.
Oh, I love comedy.
You some tea, eh?
I love comedy, and I love SNL, and Chris Red especially. I've been following his career for a minute, and so when I saw this news, I was like, what a way to shoot yourself in the foot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now
I feel like this, not to tease, but this really should have been saved for perhaps a little tea segment. Stay tuned, folks. Stay tuned. If this is your kind of, let me just say this one time out. If this is your kind of jazz,
do you like tea about the comedy community?
The House of Nerd is cooking up a little something, some tea. I think Tara put it best. Nothing wrong with a little tea, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Stay tuned, folks. Coming soon. But back to comics. Can we talk comics?
Yeah. Well, we were talking about a kind of comic.
Marklin, my dude, so good, man. Spy-fi, and really, we cannot talk about this book too much because there's some pretty big twists and turns and reveals that just really make this book but it's very espionage-esque.
I still have that one panel. Let me share.
From Old Dog?
Yeah, the one I told you. Hey, if you do Old Dog, make sure you.
Oh yeah. I know which one you're talking about. Here I could probably
I got it right here.
Oh, you got it? Dope.
Mm-hmm.
Dope. You need me to stall?
Nope. I'm a professional.
Oh.
This is what I do.
Oh. All right, you can zoom that one. You know how to zoom it? You got it. Zoom it.
Oh, you want me to zoom you when I have the full digital file right here?
Yeah, how great is that? So this is written and drawn by Declan Shalvey.
Mm-hmm.
He's on Time Before Time. I think he was part of the creative team on Write It in Blood.
Time After Time? Time Before Time.
Is it Time Before Time or Time After Time?
TBT.
Yeah. What did I say?
TST.
Yeah. So a great espionage spy thriller, but there's heavy sci-fi mixed into it. Check this one out. I think you guys are gonna dig it, man. Yeah. this was some fun stuff, man.
It was a cool first issue, but I don't
Great.
see myself keeping up with it. You know what I mean?
Very disappointed. Very disappointed in you. Hey, Horror Geek Mel saying, now talk about Blonde in detail. I thought you were supposed to talk with Chris.
Boo! I know, I forgot.
Mm.
Boo! Blonde. Boo!
No, that's some more tea time things, huh?
Boo! And you know what's funny? I was dragging Blonde, and then Sergio was like, "Oh, it sounds like art. Sounds like fine art. You know, this is right up my LA." And I said, "Okay." And then what'd you tweet? I got through an hour. And then I thought you were gonna put like I got through half an hour. This dude said I almost called you the N-word. My apologies. I said this guy said he got through an hour and a half, and I said you got through a whole movie.
Hell,
And there was still a whole movie left.
I really wanted to get through this. I mean, first of all, for those who are not familiar, it's about Marilyn Monroe. You know, you got how do you mess up a movie
Well, it's based
with
on a
Anna
book.
de Armas as Marilyn Monroe? Like, you
Well,
gotta
you
mess
just
it
said
up
it.
pretty.
Number one, you just said it. This is the one occasion where I give white men free reign to cast any white woman as a character. And when I say that, it's because Marilyn Monroe is like such a moment in history for America and the cinematography and body wise and stuff. And
Mhm.
I didn't get Anna at all. Like and I see I see like like in the face, I could see like okay,
Oh man, it was
but also at the
uncanny.
same time, I'm just like, but there was nothing about her that was like, this is Marilyn Monroe. It looked
Mhm.
like she was wearing a costume.
Mm.
And not only that, but, like, it was awful. It was not just awful, awful, but, like, probably awful, but let's be real, did you just fast forward to all of the sex scenes?
Listen, the only reason, hell, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you.
You were
The
100.
only reason I lasted 90 minutes into that movie is for simply because Anna de Armas is fucking stunning, is gorgeous, and then you get to see the boobies and stuff. So, but it was such a
Yes!
slog.
Sorry, I was telling Sergio, I said it's like a bunch of white men were sitting around, we're like, "How can we fuck Anna de Armas?" And they're like, boom, Maryland, baby." It was it
Even that
was
opening,
gross.
that rape scene was very very cringe. I was like, it seemed. I didn't like how it was shot. It almost not it didn't it just
It's
it
very
was
art house,
it
it
was
was very
done, yeah.
pretentious.
Mm.
It was very like, I see what they were trying to do, like, I see what they were trying to do with, like, old Hollywood and, like, that stylized version of it, like LA noir and stuff like that, like, I get it, but not wrong subject matter. Uh-oh, you guys really irritated Sergio, he left. I won't make the joke, but it's there. Sergio, you good, bud? Private chat. Oh, he's pooping. Which is fitting, 'cause, this movie too also made me want to poop. Yeah, no, Anna is beautiful. I think she's so pretty, but let me tell you what took me out, and this might be a little controversial, but, like, so for me, it's like, they do, like they do, like, the race switching and stuff for some movies and etcetera, but I just felt if you're doing a biopic of, Marilyn Monroe, like, you're gonna capture that sultry white woman-esque-ness of her, and we all know Anna is, at the end of the day, not a white woman, and as soon as we saw her nipples and I said, the brown areolas, you took me out. I don't see a white woman anymore." You're like, tell him Al about the areola color." I haven't started Mo, but I know what it is. We went one step too far. It was the "say daddy one more time" thing. He prefers Papito. The show is mine. Do you guys who wants to come on? We can ruin this thing. We can get this show canceled right now. Just don't let him know that I'm the one who told you guys. Yeah, it's super long too. It's like 2 hours and 47 minutes long. Yeah, there's some, and there is science in it. So you got to science and biology. Yeah. No, and it wasn't a complaint, not the nipple, but the areola color. And it's like, science, brown girls have brown nipples or brown areolas, and that's just science. And so it took me out. I said, "Now what?" The Kennedy scene. Yeah, it was just the fetus. It was just all a lot.
Did I hear something about areolas? Did I come just in time?
You
What
did.
time about here? What time
Actually,
about
we
here?
just finished talking areolas.
We can rewind. Let's rewind that.
We
Rewind
just
that, John.
finished.
That's okay. We can do it again. Hey, Cookie, if Mel, if you guys want to come on and talk a little bit of blonde, feel free. Let me drop the link.
Yes, pale pinks. And so my thing, I feel like Marilyn had such an energy about her that is like not
Mhm.
every woman in Hollywood has that energy. I would say like who's alive right now doesn't look like her, but I feel like embodies her spirit would probably be like Jennifer Coolidge. I think there's like a unspoken sultriness to some women, like a inner sexuality, and I think Jennifer Coolidge has it, and there's like a couple other people, but like Anna to me is like she's just not that it's just wrong person for the role. Wrong movie for the life though, if we're being real. The movie shouldn't had even I don't know how it was greenlit. And then with all the controversies and it was like I feel like the controversy wasn't even the content. It was just a bad movie. But I feel like there were so many people behind it, like Brad Pitt producing, and you have all these people behind it, and it was like, no, we believe in this. And it's like this is the one time we should have just been like, no, we don't believe in you. Hocus Pocus.
I missed the good chat.
Smoldering. Too smoldering. I disagree. I feel like the roles where she excels in are the ones that she doesn't talk. Just kidding. I do like her though in more action movies.
That's so disrespectful. Poor respect. She
Have
is
you
an
seen that?
artsy.
Did you see that
Artsy.
movie she did with Ben Affleck?
Get out of here.
Know
Get out
your
of
lane, and I feel stay in it. And I feel like for Anna, do keep doing action. That's cool.
here.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. She's oh man. Anna de Armas, yo, Stan. I'm not even playing. Yeah. I'll watch anything. But it was such a rough, it was a slog, it was boring. There wasn't anything redeeming about that film, in my opinion. But I don't know what, like you said, it was like very artsy art house. I know what they were trying to do, but it didn't hit on any level.
Imagine sitting in if that had released in theaters, 2 hours and 47 minutes. Oh, and then this is the kicker, and cover your ears if you don't want to be spoiled, but like in real life, she dies, and there's a scene for almost like 2 minutes. They just show her feet. And I get what they were trying to do, but because the whole rest of the movie was so sexualized, I feel like this was very much a look at how dainty Anna's feet are. Aren't her feet cute? Yes, like roles like in Knives Out, like where she's unassuming and stuff like that. But like this just wasn't it. And I feel like the dark what was it called with Ben Affleck, Dark Tide or Dark Water or something. Those are not the roles for you, boo. Like let's not do this anymore. Like
Cookie, are you talking about Anna de Armas here? She got the standing O. And it's so funny that you say that, JP. So Tiff, obviously, I'm from Toronto. Yeah, pretty much every film is gonna get, a standing ovation. I don't know what it is. As Canadians, we're just too nice, man. Trash movie, standing ovation. yo, I swear.
it was like
Wow.
13 Reasons Why. And then what did she have, like a dog or a cat? Was it? And I felt like that dog would have been started eating her. You know what I mean?
Oh man.
She was there for so long with her feet dangling so nicely. And I said we're not even gonna have like blood start to pool in her toes or nothing. We're just gonna get these dainty tiny feet in this artful lighting. It was trash.
Yeah.
That scene made me more uncomfortable than any other scene in the movie. And I do agree with the people saying that it's like pro-life propaganda. That was so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, the dog would have been little toe bones, little doggy bones. Dogs ain't loyal. They gonna eat you. Let them get
Exactly.
hungry enough.
Sharknado, standing ovation.
You know what's so funny? I believe that if it was an audience of my 6-year-old son who
Um,
thinks Sharknado is like Oscar, like you would think that is the end all be all of every movie. And then you know what he told me too? He said, "Mommy, there's a movie about a priest and dinosaurs." And I'm like, "Uh-oh. Who put you on the Sci-Fi Channel?" Because
which one's he talking about?
there's like some movie about like a priest or a pastor or somebody who like kills like dinosaurs or something, or
Oh, I don't know, man.
some straight to DVD nonsense.
So
Yeah, she
Fabian's
has the
saying his,
wrong energy.
yeah, that's that's very fair.
You're a gynecologist. How many times do you need to see a cervix before it's too many times?
Get out of here. I'm not even gonna touch that. I'm not touching that one. Yeah.
Even for like, okay, so let's take away like let's just say this is not art house, just like a biopic. We still don't need to see the cervix. Even if this was like a documentary about cervixes. I don't know. It was too much. It was
Yeah, it
too
wasn't.
much.
Yeah.
And I don't want to put nobody, I don't want to body shame. I'm not trying to say nothing about nobody's bodies or nothing. But when you're doing a movie about somebody whose body, whose physical presence was their selling point, it was just a weird choice. Oh, Velocipaster, yeah. And I didn't know what he was talking about. I thought he like hit his head or something. I'm like, "Are you okay?" What do you even know about
Velocipaster.
a priest?
That's an actual thing.
Yeah.
Oh man, yo.
He said Turok.
Sure.
No. Velocipaster, yeah.
Politics Comics confirming
I
Velocipaster.
think I heard about it on How Did This Get Made? And then my son, he's 6, but he likes watching movie recaps
Oh
on
yeah, on
YouTube.
like
So he'll
YouTube.
watch horror movies and
Yeah.
uh sci-fi movies and stuff, but he'll watch like the recap videos of them. So he's like,
Mm,
there's a priest and dinosaurs. I'm like, okay, maybe you have the same illness as mommy.
character, clearly. He's a character. Oh man.
Sci-fi, yeah.
Okay. Okay. And I'm gonna hit up the library after that. I'm gonna try to cop that Daniel Kraus, The Living Dead. Better be good, huh? Better be good. I'm gonna copy.
You guys have libraries in Canada?
We do.
Hmm.
Next to the igloos.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, looking forward
Next
to
to
it.
the Tim Hortons.
Next to the Timmies, the Tim Hortons. Well, you guys get Timmies now in the States,
Uh,
no?
I think the closest one to me is right across the border.
Yeah. So
But I
what would
think
what
there's
would the
some on the East
American
Coast.
equivalent of Tim Hortons be? Like Dunkin'
Probably what,
Donuts,
like Dunkin' Donuts, but I don't
right?
have Dunkin' Donuts either. I've never had Dunkin'. I
Yeah.
want to try it so bad.
I love Timmy's. Timmy's is great. It's just like a Canadian, it's like just a comfort. I don't know. Yeah, their coffee's not the greatest, but
Yeah, I guess for me, yeah, no. I guess maybe Panera. I don't know.
we got Panera. Panera bread. Panera's not the same as Timmy's though. Not even
Okay.
close. Not even.
Panera coffee is trash. Panera tea is trash. Actually, all of Panera isn't really great, but let me tell you, I do be craving it and I do be getting it. Especially the salads, the green goddess.
But
That's my
Panera's is
favorite.
good though. I do like it. Uh, they sent you the Velocipaster screening. Oh, hey, so folks, Horror Geek Mal, go check out her website, Horror Geek Life, man, doing big things over there.
Without CG. That's so funny because listen, I bet it would play better without CG because then it's like
Can you
it's
imagine you're just some random guy there? Like, no, that's crazy. That's wild though. Oh, yeah, that must have been insane for sure. You're like, what am I watching? This guy's like tripping balls over. Like, what am
Mhm.
I missing here? Uh, oh man, that's pretty cool though. That's pretty cool. Doing big things. Doing big things. Horror Geek Life. Go check it out, folks. Oh, was there? Oh, you know what? For the folks still here, I meant to show it a whole lot earlier. If you guys
Oh,
missed,
I've seen it there too, and I just
yeah, if
was
you if you
wondering.
if you guys missed our Kickstarter launch party, which was Friday night, go check it out. Um, Al, can you grab that link real quick so we can drop it in the chats, please?
www.
Get out of here. But yeah, go check it out, folks. We had a great time with Richard Morgan, the Blam and Glam issue number 5 launch party. Thank you, Juanito. Yes, it was a lot of fun, man. Man, Richard, it was great to hear Richard said it was his biggest launch yet. It was great collaborating with him. A really fun book. But you know, what for me, what was really neat was we got to debut the very first House of Nerd show exclusive variant cover, man. Excited to debut that. Man, yeah, our very own exclusive, our very own variant cover, man. So this is gonna be available in December, folks. Super limited amount of copies. You know, when we get closer to the date, we'll drop the how and the when, how to cop it, and all that good stuff. So keep your eyes peeled. But yeah, it's pretty cool. We got our own cover, man, and there's the link. We just dropped it in the chats. Yeah,
Mhm.
we just dropped it in. Go check out Richard's
Oh,
kit.
also, Sergio, do you mind if I play this clip from the show?
The clip from the show.
Mm-hmm.
Which clip? I don't
Do
know
you
what you're talking
mind?
about. I don't know what you're gonna play, so go play whatever you're gonna play.
Why'd you say it like that? That was so.
No, because I haven't. What are we talking about? Clip? Yeah,
What are we
play it,
talking
man.
about here?
Yeah.
Give me 1 second if you want to
Okay.
stall.
Hey, thank you, Paul. Yeah, it's pretty cool, man. You know, like I was geeked out. Richard hit me up. He's like, "Hey, would you guys be interested in having your own exclusive cover?" And of course, you know, I jumped all over it, man. That was super cool. So go check that out, folks. See if you haven't already. Thank
Mhm.
you, Mel. Yes, you know, we're trying to do something different here, trying to really expand the channel and what
Mhm.
we're doing over at the House of Nerd. So you know, that was pretty cool. And then Elwood, that was
Mhm.
awesome. You know, Elwood's always in the chat, so it was great to see one of the what did he get? I think one of the ink drawings. El?
The one in 1300.
Oh, he got the one. He got the rare one.
Mhm.
The 1300. That's crazy. That's wild. So there was we did all kinds of giveaways.
Sorry, Cookie's telling me to play it. I have to.
Oh, okay. Oh, you. What is that? You gotta no contacts, no nothing. You
No
just gonna hit it.
context. Yeah.
You just gonna one more time. Rewind.
Uh.
There we go. Oh.
And it was honestly so funny because as soon as I saw you turn your neck up, I said, "This motherfucker's gonna choke." Because I know how wine burns your throat sometimes when it goes down wrong, and I said, "Ooh, he playing with fire."
And what's crazy is I had a bunch of comics on my desk here, and it took
Mhm.
everything not to spit out that wine and that.
Mhm.
I said, so it went down the wrong tube there.
Shit, I might
Hey,
need to pick up some red now.
hey, me and Richard, we got into the sauce. Richard was drinking his ciders all night. And thanks to Juanito was, you know, he was pushing the agenda.
Mhm.
He was
He
he
wa
was
he was a what do you call it? What's the word? An
instigator.
enabler. He was
An
an
enabler,
enabler
yeah.
that night.
He's like, it's been 5 minutes. You guys gotta have another shot.
No, y'all saw him. He was half a bottle, but he was like 3 bottles of wine in on the show. I said, "Jeez."
Hey, listen, I'm not gonna lie. By the end of the show, I was a little loosey goosey. I was touched. I got into the salsa a little bit. It was fun though, man. Uh, so thanks to everybody who came and hung
I
out
play
with us,
devil's advocate.
man. And I'll take this opportunity just to thank this community, man, is so much fun to be a part of, to hang out with you guys. You guys come out each week, you know, talk nerd shit with us, and so thank you guys for all the support, man. And you know, we got a lot of things in the works, some really cool stuff. You know, you guys will see announcements coming soon. But yeah, House of Nerd Show exclusive, man,
Oh,
fun.
and keep an eye out tomorrow.
Hmm.
We have an interview posting with Charles Ardai
Thank you.
from Hard Case Crime. He
Hmm.
was a pleasure to talk to. I'm not gonna front. I was a little like probably the most nervous I've been before an interview because I just respect the work he does so much.
Yeah.
And so, but he was a very cool, one of the easiest people we've ever talked to. So that's for Gun Honey, Blood for Blood.
Yeah,
And later this week, we have a video dropping with Christian Dabari, like I said, from Revolvers, Rad Wraith, um,
Tales from the Techno Horror,
yeah, Providence of
Providence, Secret,
Secrets,
yeah.
Colossus.
Horror master, really. Yeah.
And wait, I don't know if you read the advance yet.
No, I haven't. I'm
Some
gonna.
sick interiors, no
Yeah.
lie. Some of his best for sure.
Okay. Okay.
And he is, and especially what a joy to have Simon on coloring too with him. So it
Send me
feels
out.
it's like feels like home.
Yeah.
And we have the open house coming up
28th,
on the
Friday,
28th.
28th, and it's L's 1 year anniversary, baby. You like that, eh? You like that? I know. I got it. Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna go in a circle and everybody could tell me their worst memory of Sergio.
Get out of here. Oh, no, we're gonna
Make me feel better about myself.
Oh man, but yeah, she's just short of a year with the House of Nerd, man. It's been a dope year, so we're gonna celebrate the spooky season. We're gonna celebrate Halloween. We're gonna celebrate the 1 year anniversary. Friday, October 28th. Everybody, and we mean
Open bar
everybody
is
and
open,
anybody.
Juan. Like Juan was there last year.
Juan, yeah, Juan was there last year. Juan was
Oh
there
no, it
last
wasn't
year.
even a year. I don't even know if it
No,
was
no,
last
no.
year.
It was in.
February?
I want to say February.
Was it like Valentine's Day?
No. You know when it was? It was for our 1 year. The show's 1 year, which was I want to say like April or something like that.
And Mel, I think Mel's gonna be on this show, but a birdie told me that we might be doing something at the same time on Friday.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh okay. You have to let me know what's up with that.
Synchronicity.
Oh yeah.
We're synced up, baby.
Okay.
Our cycles. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm about to mute you.
What are we talking about?
Mute that mic. Yeah, nobody need to know about that. Get out of here, yo.
Dude,
But
Pink Buzz on Friday.
oh, you guys are doing it this Friday.
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
From what I understand, I think.
So with the open bar, folks, the cool thing about it is we're opening up the live stream to anybody and everybody. If you're part of the community, you guys are welcome to jump on the live with us. The first one we did was a little chaotic to say
A
the
little.
least. But we had a whole lot of fun, man. One of our most popular live streams. So yeah.
Oh, I made bomb pina colada. I made bomb pina colada that night. I remember. And you know what was so funny? I feel like everybody else was getting drunker faster than me. So I ditched my pina colada and just started taking shots. And then I said that was a mistake. And then
I remember you got, and we all got into the sauce. We all got into it.
I at least I wasn't choking on it.
Man, I think, and we went over 3 hours that time. I think almost 4 or something like that. It's like 3.5 or something crazy. Nobody wanted it to end. It was a good time. So stay tuned to that, folks. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff planned in October. Yeah.
I feel
Gun
like
Honey
no,
interview on Monday with Charles Ardai. Like Al said, man, an absolute pleasure to talk and to hang out with him, writer of Gun Honey. And his his credits are like endless, man. This guy's like an award-winning writer. He's the founder of Hard Case Crime.
He founded
crime
Juno
noir
before they sold it to AOL. Like, what? And that's the money they used to fund Hard Case Crime. Like that was like, I was like, what the heck?
Crazy. And like I said, like for me, this was like probably the first time really that I was a little intimidated to interview and hang out and talk with this guy. But he was super cool. He was funny, man. So yeah, Monday. Interview with Gun Honey writer Charles Ardai. Super fun with that one. Keep your eyes
and also check out Gun Honey. I think it releases this Wednesday. It got pushed back from last week.
Yes, good. Yeah. So we recorded this interview like I want to say like 2 weeks ago. So we kept saying the date when it was scheduled, but it got pushed back. So yeah, out this Wednesday. Yeah, Al? Issue 2 of Blood for Blood. All righty, I think that's it.
Blood for Blood.
thanks for everybody for hanging out with us. We had a great time with you guys, and you know what? Rather than the outro video, I'm gonna play
The intro.
the. Oh, I don't think I can do that, and have it still you know what I'm saying? Like, well, our mics will be muted. Our mics will be muted. Is what I'm saying. So I gotta figure.
Are you done talking?
Okay, bye now. We out.
Bye. Got the last word. Play it.
No, you're gonna
Bye.
play it.
Bye. Bye. Make sure I have the bye.
We're out. See you
Bye.
next
Bye.
time.